Lions fans, what's going on, man? This your boy DC1 or D313XP, man. Also, your boy for Dynasty Sports Network as well, man. Welcome to another episode, man. We got to talk about it. It's been a great weekend. If you're a Lions fan, Detroit Pistons fan, it's a beautiful day today, man. Welcome back for another episode, man. Listen, we got to talk about it, man. Let's get into it. We got to talk about it. Detroit Lions pull out the victory against the division rival Green Bay Packers. We all thought this is the game that the Lions want to take control of this division, and they had to, and they did. The Lions came out, even though the weather wasn't great out there, raining, windy, and stuff, but we stick to our guns. We played smart football. We was careless free, you know, and we played smart football. We didn't try to go out and trying to run a bunch of trick plays. We didn't try to do all that. We just play our game. Our defense stepped up. I don't care about that late touchdown that Green Bay had. I don't care about that because simple fact, we was already pretty much dominated the game from the start to finish. So we took advantage of Green Bay's miscues. You know, to enter the pick six by Kirby was unbelievable, man. So yeah. That guy Xavier McKinney, you know, running his mouth, talking when he was talking. I don't hear him talking. That boy is quiet behind the scenes. Absolutely, he's quiet behind the scenes. So I don't hear him talking. But they said, man, Lions, what a impressive victory. And 2-0 in our division, went on the road, beat Minnesota in their place, beat Green Bay in their place. Dominate the Packers in fashion today. Jared Goff, 18 for 22. He only threw for 100. He only threw for 130 some yards in the TD pass. What more can you say with Jared Goff? Still take care of the football. What is this man supposed to do? You know, I hear people say, "Well, Jared Goff, he only threw for this many yards last week against the Titans." Well, he didn't have to do much. Our special teams took care of that, obviously. So that's why he's able to get those, you know what I'm saying, those 3 TDs for only 85 yards last week. But it didn't matter. He turned the ball over. What should it matter? You know, I mean, come on, man. Jared Goff, 18 for 22, 145 today, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, still taking care of the football. He only got sacked 1 time. You know, QBR rating was 109.3. I mean, this is unbelievable, man. This guy has been a terror. He's been still taking care of the football and still not getting enough respect that he deserved. So I'm just sick of it. You know, I let the haters be the haters. Let them keep talking. It is what it is. Jared Goff is our MVP. I don't care what anybody say. So, like I said, Lions take care of business. As far as the rushing, David Montgomery, 17 carries, 73 yards. Our Knuckles, our Sonic, Jameer Gibbs, 11 carries, 65 yards in the tub. Was to include that touchdown that made it put it up 24-3. But again, that was huge. That the one with Jameer Gibbs to score that touchdown on the 4th down to run the ball. Dan Campbell, we're going to go for it. We're going to run them down their throat. I don't care who Green Bay, who they have or don't have. We're going to run them down their throat. We're going to make them tired. We're going to make them feel the pain. And that's exactly what we did. We played our game. So, Lions ran the ball, you know, for a team, 124. Jared Goff had a -2. Cleve Raymond had a -12, but not care about that. The receivers, like I said, we did it again. We did it without J-Mo. J-Mo was there, you know, what the situation is. We're not about to get into all that. You know, it's crazy. It's crap to me, but whatever. St. Brown, 7 catches, 56 yards. The tub. Sam Laporte, he only had 2 catches, 28 yards. David Montgomery, 3 catches, 23 yards. Tim Patrick, 2 catches, 12 yards. Allen Robinson, you know, he only got 1 catch for 2 yards, but like I said, Jared Goff didn't need to do much. You know, Our team, we play solid defense, and that's what we did. You know, I don't care about the Green Bay scoring that touchdown. That was pretty much the game was already over at that point. So, like I said, this is one of them games that, you know, as you're a Lions fan, you would think that this is a situation that Lions could split with Green Bay, or you feel like we can beat Green Bay twice. Green Bay coming off a playoff run last year, and you feel like, this is, a lot of people think this could be a team that contend for the NFC North title. You got some people thought Green Bay was going to win the division over the Lions. You thought people thought that the way Jordan Love was playing and that was going to carry over the season. And people just fail to realize, forget that this Lions team just went to the NFC Championship game and was like one half away to go into the Super Bowl. But I let them think what they think. It's just what it is. We're running North. We got the NFC North. We're 2 games ahead. I don't care what Minnesota does. We already got to win over them. Now we got to win over Green Bay. We still got to play Chicago at Chicago. And we got to play them on Thanksgiving. So, like I said, we're 2-0 in the division. We got 4 more games to go for our division. But we got our next 3 out of 4 is at home. So, but yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Like I said, this is time situation that we have to take care of business. We have to take care of business, not only just the games in front of us. And I said this, the whole Dallas situation when we beat Dallas bad. I said we kind of go to Minnesota to take care of business, and that's what we did. We went to Minnesota, took care of business, and then turned around. We took care of home against the Tennessee, an inferior team like the Tennessee Titans, and then we had to go into Green Bay. Hey, this one of those games that people thought that we was going to lose this game. We was going to split with them, whether it's there or was it going to be here. So it was one of those situations that even if we would have lost to Green Bay, we still had an opportunity to beat them at Ford Field at our home. But again, we went on the road. We haven't lost a road game yet this season, and we'll continue to stay this way. Now we got another tough opponent coming up against the Houston Texans. I know they lost a couple of their players, especially their big third wide receiver Stephon Diggs out for the season with a torn ACL. But you can't take this Houston team lightly. So it's a good win. We got this division win. It's huge. Our fans showed up down there in Green Bay. Shout out to our fans, man. They was unbelievable today, man. Our fans was deep, like always, been deep all year long. Shout out to our fans, man. Lions fans, we showed out big. So I'm happy for our team. So we did it. We got the job done. Let's go ahead and continue to take care of business. Going to the next thing. Let's take one game at a time. So I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of what they're doing. Like I said, man, this is a good victory. This is a good victory, sound victory. All that Xavier McKinney running his mouth about this, that, and the embarrassment, this is third. Well, you just got embarrassed at home. So I don't want to, and he's pretty motherfucking quiet today. He's pretty quiet. I don't hear him running his mouth. So this is at the point that, like I said, man, this Lions team, they did what they're supposed to do. And we didn't, like you said, Green Bay knew they were trying to come out. They want to hit us in the mouth. They want to beat us. They want to show they want to act like they're the kings of the North, and this stuff. That shit is over with, done. Y'all had y'all share in the past. That shit is done and over with. We're the kings of the North. We're gonna take over. We're gonna continue to take over. I don't care who you got, how much talent you got over there, Green Bay. We're the better team. We're the better quality team. We're gonna continue to dominate. As long as we stay healthy and get guys to continue to buy in with this Lions culture, we're gonna be fine. Nobody else is gonna come in here and take over this our North crown. That's just plain and simple. So Lions, just continue. Take this game at a time. Let's continue, guys. Stay healthy. Let's go ahead and win out. No, Miss J, what's up, brother, man?
Hey, what's going on?
No, Miss J, what's going on with you, brother? How you feeling?
man, feeling good. Just got done from a quick workout. Yeah. No, Lions went out there and chose to play better in conditions than the home team that's used to playing in those conditions. I'm happy to hear that. We got the win. Got 10 points. Very convincing fashion. Smart football today. Outside of that one damn play called Ben Johnson, I don't know what the hell he was thinking right there, but okay, it's all good.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, smart football today from the Lions, man. They go out there and took care of business. You know, made them look like the rookies that they are on that team. And, you know, hey, 7-1. We reign top in the NFC.
Absolutely. And
never thought I'd see us 7-1. That's a, yeah, God,
and you also
lost for words in a way. Very, if I had to say, though, no, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, what I was saying is to, even despite the fact, which that was some bullshit call, you know what I'm saying, about the ejection for, you know, Brian Branch. Yeah. That was some bullshit. I mean, come on. And then you called it out. They called it late as hell, and he gets ejected. I mean, it wasn't. I just thought it was some bullshit, you know. But what I love with this Lions team, they stepped up when they need the most. I think it's shortly after Kirby Joseph with that pick six, that really, once he got that pick six, that sealed it. That really sealed it. You know what I'm saying? When we scored maybe 17-3 at half. So it really pretty much did it. So my guy Art, what's up, brother?
What's good, bro? You straight, man?
I'm good, man.
Sure.
I'm good, man.
I hear that.
I'm good, man.
What's good, No? You straight, brother? No.
Is he having technical difficulties again?
Yeah,
So, Art, man, what are your thoughts of today's game, man?
I'll just short and sweet. I knew it. Said last week, man, we were the most complete team in the NFL. Just give us a chance to go ahead and take care of that and show that on Green Bay, and we did. Like I said in the comment section, man, if the Lions come, I'm convinced, man, if the Lions come and play that game against any team in the league, this will be the outcome. That's it. We are the most complete team, top to bottom. We're the most well-coached. Right now, one could say we may have the best quarterback in the league, at least top three. So, you know, I'm not the hugest Jared Goff fan, but the way he's been playing, we're not going to get into any semantics or throw digs at this man. This man is playing like an MVP candidate, flat out, plain and simple. All I want to hear any jargon saying otherwise, man. Jared Goff right now, he's at least the best quarterback in the NFC. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. And, you know, and I hear all the some of the ESPN and media talks about what Jared Goff. It's like I was listening to First Things First, and you know, Nick Wright talking about, well, you want to put him down on his list because he only threw for 85 yards, but he threw 3 touchdowns.
Nick Wright says a lot of things, man. Nick Wright. Somebody need to tell Nick Wright them Goodwill suits he be having just ain't it.
Yeah. Like, stop.
What's up, man?
What's good, Noam? You straight, brother?
Yeah, just celebrating this little win, man. You know, the thing about it too, you heard the ejection happen right when the fans just continuously complain. I feel like they said it came from New York. I feel like that was the refs on their own. I think they lied because they just really wanted to stick it to us because they, you know, it's Green Bay. Yeah. And, you know, you do anything in there, it's not right, it's not fair, they want to get you out of there. You mean tell me all the headbutts we done seen happen, now all of a sudden this man get kicked out and 2 flags on top of that because they gave him another flag as they was ejecting. And I'm like, are you serious?
Absolutely.
And then and then a Rasheed Wallace spirit came in that game too because when you notice, we not only did we hold them to a field goal, they missed the field goal.
Yep, ball don't lie.
Yeah, the miscues. That came down those miscues when you when you miss the field goal, when you in that pick six. Like I said, that pick six when
the whole rest of the game.
That's it.
The whole rest of the game was like that, bro. The whole rest of the game. Try to cheat. Karma's a B. Yeah, absolutely. Try to cheat, karma's a B. Yep. Whole rest of the game, Love can't handle the football. The center can't snap the football. Running back can't hold on to the ball. Can't make a field goal. Oh yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then Jordan Love being out there knowing he's not 100%. He's trying to do too much, but we'll take it though. Jordan Love want to continue to be out there.
Sure, we'll take it.
Well, Green Bay, you Matt LaFleur, you tell the reporters, you tell the fans why you didn't decide to put Malik Willis out there. No, Jordan Love is not 100%, but that's your problem. But we'll take care of that. We take the win.
We sure will.
You know what make it all so weird? I remember 4 years ago when this regime got together, and we remember we started off good against Green Bay. We had a good first half. Everything okay?
Yo.
No.
Yep.
You still there?
Damn. Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, what's good, bro? Yeah, bro.
You froze up.
I was saying, oh, okay, yeah. It looked like Art froze up. Yep.
Yeah, he froze up.
But no,
I was getting this headline off my phone. My bad.
No, it's good. What up, though, CT Squid? Welcome to the show. What up, though, as he said. So I remember 4 years ago when this regime came together and we had that game 2 after we started off with the Niners and it was against Green Bay. And then as the game progressed, it started raining. And then all the things that could have went wrong just went wrong. Like the slipping, the ball direction that Goff made, we threw the Cephas and then the ball slipped out the hand. And then it was just everything slipped and failed. The rain affected us so much we was playing sloppy in the second half and we lost. 4 years later, now we're a wet oil machine where we can go take on the elements and now play them better at their own stadium, do what they should have did.
Yeah.
Talking about progression.
I mean, that's called competency, man. We talked about that in other shows. When you get real people running the show and real players in there, you begin to do things we were not able to do. Competency. People that actually know what they're doing, know how to coach, know how to play. I say talent takes care of a lot of issues, man. It really does. And whether that's in leadership or whether that's on the field, talent takes care of a lot of issues. Detroit did not have talent, man. Detroit's issue, like, let me say this, man. I know that's just jumping too far ahead, but the Pistons really need to take a look at the Brad Holmes regime with the Lions right now, and really look how they went about their business. Yes, 2 different sports, but really look how they went about business, man, in terms of rebuilding a team. Because the issue is, we talked about how we've had stars in Detroit, but how were they treated, man? You know, one thing I see with the Pistons right now, right? If you think about this, every player, every number 1 pick in the last 5 years, right, is currently surrounded with former NBA champions and all-stars. Every last one. We get this boy Cunningham table scraps, man. Yeah. Brad Holmes, he comes in, just like you said, piggybacking off of your point, brother. He's like, enough is enough. We're not penny pinching, trying to get mediocre players anymore. We're not sitting up there trying to stay exclusively in the second round and develop guys we're drafting in the 5th and 6th round anymore. We're not doing that. We're going for the big fish. We're going for guys that can play. We're going for guys that can coach. We're not going to sit up there, keep the bank account closed, and get mediocre coaches in here. If we want to win, we have to pay for it. This is how you go about business and rebuilding the proper way. My hat's off to Brian Holmes.
Absolutely, man. And like you said, man, this like you said, when Noam brought up at the point of, you know, like you said, what happened, it started off 4 years ago. Like I said, you went from starting from the bottom and then turn around and look what that, because you know we used to back then. We used to lose those games. You know what I'm saying? We used to lose those games. Now you have the personnel, you have a team, a culture of a team that's, you know, that's willing to win, that fits in that culture. So that's a difference. They playing hard, they playing smarter. We're used to that. My guy Bree, man. What's up, Bree? What's going on with you?
Bree! Back your ass up on the camera. I'm glad to see you here, brother.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Back your ass up on the camera.
You sound right, bro.
You see that? No, he got the Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff.
Got to give him his credit, no. And I'm not a huge golf fan myself, but I got to be now. The way he's been playing, brother, this is.
I see you. Hold on, Art. I had to cut you off, but see, you missing shows. They giving me unnecessary slack right now. So
okay.
I said for the last 2 years.
No,
I said for the last 2 years. I said for the last 2 years. I said, oh God, what do you want? Good game.
You've been talking shit about me for a long time. It's my turn now. Shut that shit up. I'm talking, boy. Respect my name.
Oh, wow, man.
So what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the quarterback himself. 2 years 2 years ago, I kept telling both of these two guys, I said, look, regardless of what I personally think about Jared Goff, I said, at the end of the day, he's in an offense where you should be not forcing him to throw 30 plus passes a game. I said, he shouldn't have to throw no more than what, 18 to 25 max. And that's finally when they realize that they can do that and they can stitch and run. Goff has been flawless, mistake free. Rain, hail, sleet, and snow. He's been mistake free. And I said that. But no, not these two guys. No. Oh, God. You just don't give Goff his credit. I'm like, bro, would y'all shut up? Or I should say all three of them. And they just never hear me. But meanwhile, I said the dude can win the Super Bowl. They still sound slander. Like, bro, what's up?
No. You never give me credit. Shut up.
Hold on. I remember this was one show we took. I remember this one show. See, Jared Goff played he played a hell of a game. Noam comes on here and talking about Jared Goff, he overthrew this receiver. Oh, he overthrew this. Oh, he almost threw an interception with that. Nobody doesn't care when you win games. Okay? Nobody doesn't
I was calling out what happened in the game.
No,
simple and plain.
No, miss.
Simple and plain.
You act like you know.
Quit being soft.
Okay. No. If I may interject, here's my thing. Like, so, for instance, if you guys remember at the beginning of the season, when Jared got off to a pretty slow start the first two games, right? Mm-hmm. And I said in the past, I'm not the hugest Jared Goff fan because, to be very honest with you, man, I think Jared Goff left 21 points on the board last year in the playoffs. We should have won that game. And a lot of that was just ducks that Jared Goff threw. Here's the thing, though, man. I would be lying if I said the level I'm seeing out of Jared Goff. I've never seen Jared Goff play at this level. Never. Whether he's in St. Louis or whether he's in Detroit. Jared Goff has not played at this level that we're seeing. This is MVP candidate level. This is a completely different gear. So no matter what I have to say about the man in the past, this right now is the best quarterback in the league. Period. Yes. And he doesn't have to throw for those 200 yards like Nick Goodwill Suit Wright says, man. He doesn't have to do any of that. Take care of the ball, complete 90% of your passes, win the game. Yes. That's MVP stuff, man. Your team is 7-1. It should be 8-0. Come on, man. Right now, go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say he would be getting bragged about if he played on another team right now doing
any other team. So, any other team, you'll be getting praised. And they do this to us everywhere because we're at the end of the day, man. Detroit. Here's where we fall, bro. In all three major sports, we're a necessary market. We're not a major market. You see, there's never going to be a legitimate league in America that's trying to be big time or mainstream that can't have a professional sports team in Detroit. That can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Just the way things are set up, man, is from an economic standpoint, that cannot happen. You have to have an economic force in the state of Michigan to be a reputable sports league anywhere. If you're in the United States of America. However, they don't like the fact that we exist. And I do mean that with, let's say, mainstream media. You see this anywhere, whether it be the Lions, the Tigers, the Pistons. They could not stand the Red Wings era of dominance. If you follow the NHL, they could not stand the Red Wings era of dominance. You know, they want it so bad for that to be in Canada or for that to be in one of the Southern market teams. They want it so bad. Oh, so bad, man. And so we're seeing the same thing with Detroit. Jared Goff is still in St. Louis. Jared Goff would be put on a pedestal right now. But because he's passing the ball in Detroit, he's looked at as still a guy that's a level below these other guys we're talking about right now, man. Who's got better numbers right now?
Nobody.
And who's got a better win? I mean, the numbers that do matter. Wins. Who's winning more right now? Nobody. So if I'm putting up the best numbers on the best team, I'm the MVP.
Yeah.
Period.
And I love what the other, you know, before I let Bree take over, I love what Stephen A. Smith said when I was watching on First Take the other day, where they was talking about who's your mid-season MVP. You know, Canada, you know, Stephen A. Smith, this Jared Goff is not even close. You know, people say Lamar Jackson, you know, but the problem is Lamar Jackson, he has some bad moments. He got 3 losses already. 2 of them was to bad teams.
Yep.
2 of them the bad teams. Jared Goff.
Because the Ravens are a bad team. The Ravens are a bad team, bro. I'll say this, though. I don't let being above 500 ever sway my opinion whether the team's a good team or a bad team, brother. You can see their makeup until as soon as somebody come and apply that pressure, they're out of there, man. The Ravens, I guarantee you, are a first-round exit if they make the playoffs. The Ravens are a bad team.
They will.
Okay.
They'll make the playoffs, but
okay, they're a first-round exit if they do. That's not a good team.
I can't argue with that. First-round exit, but like I said, you know, ain't hearing about this Lamar Jackson. You know, the only other person I could think of that could be somewhat in that conversation with Jared Goff is Josh Allen. Somewhat, and that's even
a reach.
A reach. Other than that, Jared Goff is like number one. It's not even close. It's not even
we've
close.
seen Josh Allen does what he's doing every year, and only to peter out at the end of the season. Every year, Josh Allen, that's what he does. He's just a high volume guy.
He has been a lot more efficient lately, though.
Josh Allen has 17 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions this year so far.
Cool.
And this he's doing it, and he's doing this without no Stephon Diggs anymore.
Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis. No, he got a rookie in there, somebody else. So
we got Keon Coleman over there. You just got Amari Cooper. He didn't even play today, and they still won.
Yep. And as soon as somebody come and apply that pressure, he on out of there too.
Oh wow! Look at this comment.
Shout out to the big guy.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow.
Hey,
that is correct.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, he's better. He's better than Dak Prescott, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. At least Josh Allen went to the AFC. At least he went to further in the playoffs.
Hey man, you know I'm gonna this comment up, bro. I don't know what this supposed to mean.
He said,
"What?
You're getting close to the camera, Nomus."
Oh! I was about to. Hey, look, I was with Noam for a minute there too. I'm like, bro, whoa, pause.
Big A said that.
I was about to say we gotta get him out of where he lives at, bro.
Hey, Bree.
That kind of stuff get blocked right there, don't it?
Hey, Bree. Hey, Bree. You see that comment with the Big A just said he telling Nomas to back all the
back. Hey, no, back all the way to the GM building.
Oh man, here you
not
go.
To the point where we see your nose hairs, man. Come on now.
Come on.
Hold on, fellas. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Big A, man. The link is in the chat, man. You want to join in as well, man? Listen, Bree, go ahead, brother. What was your thoughts for today's game?
Just dominance from the beginning. I mean, they just do what they do best. They pound the football. They bully you. I mean, it helped that. You know, Jordan Love wasn't 100%, but hey, if you hurt, don't go out there if you hurt. But it just showed that this was a big game for them. But man, they handled their business, man. They just, and without J-Mo, it almost like they didn't even miss a beat.
Nope.
Allen Robinson was out there today.
Yeah. And he's been a lion killer over the years when he was with the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim Patrick, all these guys, man. But that defense, man, even though the branch thing and everything,
that was a BS.
It happens, man.
That was a BS. That was a BS.
You know,
that was a BS.
But for this defense to do what they do, and they without Hutchinson, everybody talk about we need a pass rusher. Do we still really need one?
Yeah,
the way that they play,
we do. Because we got to go and get into the playoffs, man.
And not to mention, we got so many injuries, man. We got guys out for the season, like Derek Burns, Hutch, Davenport, Kaminsky. We start, then you got Pascal missing with illness and stuff like that. We can't afford. We need. It's not even about the pass rush at the point. You just need help. Period. To help balance at this point. Like it's not even about we need pass rush. We need some bodies out there, bro. Because at some point you go face a more dangerous quarterback that's not going to be afraid to attack us. Win or lose, you want to be ready. It's as close as you can possibly get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still got to commend the defense though, despite, like you said, but my bad.
No, I was just saying this is where your depth show up, man. I mean, this is where your depth show up to the point where you see what you have.
Yeah.
So if somebody get hurt or something like that, next man go up.
Exactly.
That's the mentality you gotta have.
Yeah, and that's true. But you got too. To be a Super Bowl contending team, at some point we gotta get somebody to help because, like you said, we almost running out of bodies. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Pascal being out with an illness, and don't have Kaminsky, don't have Aiden Hutchinson, don't have Davenport, don't have Derek Barnes. Those are key guys for our defense. You know what I'm saying, that we lost. So we need to get somebody. And we all know we heard the rumors about Zadarius Smith might be supposed to be coming here by the trade deadline. We'll see what happens with that. You know.
Yeah.
And once I see Adam Schefter tweeted it out, once I see breaking news across the screen, Undertaker, once I see Lions Nation Unite confirm it, then I'll say, okay, we can talk about it. But until then, let Brad Holmes do what he got to do.
That's
you
right.
know, of course, he's making phone calls. So, fellas, we got to talk about it, man. Next game, Lions Texas preview, man. This game is going to be. This game is going to be a very interesting, going to be a close game. Houston is a good team. I know they just lost to the Jets. It was a close game. I know they lost to them, but I know they lost Stephon Diggs for the season. I know they don't have Nico Collins at the moment, but they still a good team. It's one of those teams that we can't take this team lightly. So what are I'm going to start with you, Bree. What are your thoughts of this next game coming up against the Houston Texans? You there, Bree? He probably froze up.
Yeah, Bree froze.
What? Okay, so all right. What are your thoughts for this next game?
Once again, I think right now if the Lions come in and play their game, they are going to beat any team that they play. I just think this comes down to execution. As you said, brother, coming in with the right mentality. Just like we talked about, this is another NFL team. No matter what we think about who they lost to in the previous weeks, come in ready to play, ready to execute. Those are still professionals lining up across from us, and take them seriously. You come in, you take them seriously, you practice hard this week. We'll take care of this business, and I firmly believe that 0-16 got it right, 8-1. That we come in, we play correctly. Right now, man, I firmly believe the Lions are in position to really be in the echelon of only being able to beat themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're at right now. After this week, man, 7-1 should be 8-0. To be very honest with you, and then if you look at the Seahawks game, we beat ourselves. We beat ourselves. So I just think it's one of those things to where it all comes down to the mental. Health obviously.
You said the Seahawks. We beat the Seahawks this year, so.
No, say, my bad, bro. Who we lose to this year, man?
The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got Seahawks on the brain because I don't like them. But
Well, they lost
against
today, so they lost it overtime. So,
and I'm glad. Now we talked. Remember, we brought up Baker Mayfield, scrub. Like we said that weeks ago, scrub. But once again, we beat ourselves that game, man. And so right now, where it stands is every week, week to week, it's just going to be about the mental game right now with Detroit. We have the talent, we have the coaching, we have the depth. I do still want to see the DN position maybe short up a little bit. I think as we get into the playoffs, we are going to need a guy. The later it gets, looks like Max Crosby is not going to happen, and that's fine. That's fine. They're winning games, and the defense looks good without. But I do think we may need a move to shore that up to just solidify that going into the playoffs. But right now, brother, I just think as long as we go into the Texans game, man, prepared to play correct football, we're going to win that game. And any other game we play right now, to me, I think this is I think for me personally, man, Detroit is a Super Bowl or bust. I think this is a failure of a season if we don't actually take it home this year. We look at all of our positions. We look at offensively, defensively, coaching. We don't lack anywhere, man. We don't lack anywhere. And the thing is, we're one of the few teams that can actually say that. And so if that's the case, I think, and that's the kind of pressure that we need to start to put on them. They need to put on themselves, championship or bust. And that's not a bad thing, but pressure busts pipes or makes diamonds. I just think as you get better, now winning should be the expectation. And that's a compliment to them and the leadership that they have there, that now I expect them to win because now I see that the talent has been put there, the coaching has been put there. Now it's all about the mental of the players to go in and execute every week. So that's why I think it's that we come in, we play our game, we'll win.
I agree. Like you said, we just got to, just continue to play our game, play smart football, man. Like I said, this team, Lions can. The only team that can beat the Lions is the Lions.
Yeah, I agree.
They pretty much said that themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you really look at the NFC, you really looking at this. See, San Francisco don't look good. I said at the beginning of the season, San Francisco, they're going to have a down year. I said, I who else in it? Now the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles. They've been on a winning streak since they out that bye week. I know they scared the crap in there because I thought they was about to lose to Jacksonville. I said, you better not lose to no goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars because I would have been upset. I'm in by my Eagles too, and I would have been very upset. You would have lost to the goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars, but Kobe Dean with that interception to seal the game, I was happy about that. But even the Eagles have somewhat have been struggling on and off, but other than that, like I said, really the Lions should really be the only team that should be favored all the way through. I don't care about Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta beat the cow. You know who?
That team from Dallas.
Yeah, that team.
We'll say that for art. We'll say that team from Dallas. They play in Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, I'm riding the same boat with y'all, man. Until Jerry Jones sells the team, man, I really don't know what to say. There's no point even watching it, man. I'm like this, dog. When people talk about loyal fans, man, I expect a level of loyalty from the team to the fans. You know what I'm saying? So if you got an owner over there on the sideline drinking water with an I don't care look on his face, he's throwing his fans the middle finger, people that pay good money to watch his team. So if that's the attitude that he has, he doesn't deserve support. Very simple.
That's it. Bree, you there?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts of this Lions-Texas game coming up next week, Sunday night?
Another road test. Pretty much the same mentality they had for this game. Just go at CJ Stroud and just put the clamps on these boys, man. Just go on the road. That's all you got to do. Just have the same mentality for this game. Contain a wide receiver. You ain't got to worry about Diggs. So you got Nico Collins. So you got the running game. So and then they got a nice defense too. So it's gonna be a tough game. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a much better game than what people think. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I still got the Lions winning for at least 2 touchdowns at least. But
I think if they establish Gibbs and Montgomery early, they can blow them out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because one thing I noticed about go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, no.
I was gonna get my take on it. Yeah, like I'm kind of backing off what Bree said. Oh, here y'all go. Here you go. Dang. You see what I put up? Do you see what I put up with? Do you see what the hell I put up with?
Bro, you know I rock with you, man, but you can literally see your nostril breath right there on the screen, dog. Like, I know you're right. I swear, you can see two little dots right there.
Look, about this. Y'all get profile today. Y'all get profile today. That's what y'all get.
Back all the way to the GM building.
Now I see what y'all mean.
Anywho, children. But yeah,
now y'all done made it with the profile.
Lions are a real physical team, especially on offense, man. They play real physical.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm noticing with Houston this year, they don't seem to have the physicality they had last year. I feel like they're lacking in that department. And I think that makes them real soft. When you look at the games they had against Minnesota, Green Bay, even to a certain extent Chicago, who lost, it was the only team to lose to them, so we can't afford to lose to them either. Really, you have to be more physical than them because they go get cute. And you know they got their couple of matchups at receiver. You can't forget about Tank Dale either. But yeah, I think if the Lions establish a run game with them and stick to that game, because that had to be the game plan today when they realized it was raining too. Like that had to play a huge part of it. When it's raining and the weather conditions like that, you outside, you have to run the ball. And I think the same philosophy we got to go in the next game. They have to continue to run the ball. Pound it at them real hard, but I think this is a game you don't want to get too cute in because D'Amico Ryans is still a good defensive mind, and I don't think you want to go into a game where you just get too cute and then he will find a way to make it work. But physically, you have the matchup against them. The question is going to be, how do you play against them defensively? Because you can cover really good, but when you got a quarterback that's not getting pressured, like this ain't Jordan Love. The CJ Stroud is playing at a different level still to me. And then you have to be able to stop Joe Mixon because he is the most physical player they got on this offense. Joe Mixon is still a dog, bro. I don't care what nobody says. I've seen him break tackles, bounce off to the outside, and still hit the end zone. Like that dude get it done. So he's the one you got to stop when it comes to our defense. That's the one we got to hit to. Yeah. CJ Stroud, you pretty much got to play him like how Michigan used to do. You know, you got to take everything away from him and make him try to beat you. You allow him to have that run game there, he will find a way to make this game a little more difficult. But I think that's the matchup you go for. If you can't stop Joe Mixon, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, I think they will.
And then, like I said, the Lions just do like they did today. Take care of the football. Just take care of the football. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn the ball over. Like I said, Houston got a solid defense. And I said this, and Art and Enormous would test to this. I said this last year. I said that Houston, Texas was going to be a sleeper team that you got to watch out for. Not only I said that, and I said don't be surprised they'd be a team that win the division and make the playoffs. And that's exactly what they did. Win the division and won the play. And they won a playoff game when they beat Cleveland. And now going into this year, yes, you know, they kind of pretty much up and down right now. I know they're 6-3, they kind of pretty much up and down, but you can still, you know, I know they had dealing with some injuries and stuff. That's part of why they, you know, where they are, because they obviously could have been the same record as the Lions, to be honest with you, or a little better, you know. But we can't, like you said, we can't count out this Houston team because D'Amico Ryans is a hell of a coach, especially defensive minded, you know, and this Houston team, you get them going. Like you said, with Joe Mixon, he get to those hard runs, he can start getting physical. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a long game. So you got to, if I'm the Lions, You got to get to him, get to them early. You got to get to CJ Stroud. You got to get to him early because he gets comfortable. He's going to find his targets. He's going to find his targets. So if I'm the Lions, I would get to CJ Stroud often and early. Yeah. But you got to be smart too, Lions. You got to be careful. You got to take care of the football. You got to take care of the football. Offensively, take care of the football. Run the football effectively. Sustain drives. Keep Houston defense on the field. Wear them out. Get them tired. You'll win the game. They possibly win by double digits. I think it's going to be a close game because Houston's not going to go away, take things lightly. Because obviously, to be honest, they could have beat the Jets. They should have beat the Jets because the Jets don't look good.
They've been struggling with some teams. I thought they had more losses than they had. I thought they was like 5-5 or something.
No, they 6-3.
Oh, that's good. I know Minnesota got them. I know Green Bay got them. And I know the Jets got them. I thought someone else. But that tells you right there that they having a lot of close call games right there. The fact that I thought they lost a couple more games than they did. The thing about here's the thing I want to ask y'all though about the Houston Texans. Now that we on that subject, so I don't want to go too way out my work with this. Like when you go back to Kansas City 4 or 5 years ago, when the season that they end up winning their first Super Bowl with Mahomes, that season from them they looked so bland to me. Like they were good. Don't get me wrong, they were damn sure a good team. Obviously, they were going to go to the Super Bowl. But I'm saying they didn't feel like the team that we saw the year before, but yet they won it all. Do y'all feel like that Houston could be approaching that same kind of era?
Not yet.
Where they look like you don't think so?
Not yet.
No. Where they look like they may be a team that could easily be had, but then they go all the way.
No. Let me say this. The reason why I say this not because the difference is Houston's defense is not like Kansas City defense. Steve Spagnuolo. And on the top of that too, it's a different breed with CJ Stroud and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's a different breed. And then when you have Andy Reid is the play calling, it's not even close. Yeah. It's not even close. So that's why you can't. It's two different styles of play with Kansas City. What they do and then versus what Houston do.
Yeah, true.
It's the play calling with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's making play. I don't care who's the offense coordinator is. Andy Reid's still making it the play calling. He just had the best talented quarterback ever seen in this modern day era. Patrick Mahomes. You know, CJ Stroud is not on the level of Patrick Mahomes, even though he's a hell of a quarterback.
Oh yeah, I know that.
But to me, I would have to say no because the simple fact there are different levels to it. Go ahead, Art.
No, you said what I was going to say. I mean, as much as I like CJ Stroud as a player, he's not Patrick Mahomes.
No,
and then that's just it. Patrick can kind of coast and play at half steam and whatnot, and still be in playoff contention. And then when he decides to flip that switch, you can't do anything with him. CJ's not there yet, and to be very honest with you, he may never ever be there. The kid's got big. As good as he is, CJ Stroud still has big time potential. But Patrick Mahomes is going to be the best quarterback of his generation. That's it. Period. Like that's nothing to even be said about that. So
hands down.
Yeah. As long as he's on your team, you can do what you want.
But see here, and the thing is too, though, Mahomes, people don't understand why he's really good. Yeah, he has a lot of tangibles that help made that offense good. But when you get to be coached by a guy who coached Donovan McNabb, got Alex Smith to have the best career in his possible of his life after leaving the 49ers. Yeah. And and not to mention he's been to a Super Bowl before, so he's so battle tested. It's like, and then you got Travis Kelce.
Well, it's like, Andy Reid is a Hall of Fame coach without Patrick Mahomes. That's just the truth. So that is truly a complimentary. And I'll be very honest with you. Somebody asked me who would I say would have. Let's say if you remove their Hall of Fame quarterbacks from their resume, being Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes, who has the better resume as a coach, or who had the better intangibles as a coach between Bill Belichick and Andy Reid, I'm going to pick Andy Reid 10 out of 10 times. Because you've seen the level of success without Patrick Mahomes with two other quarterbacks. And as you said, to me, I think the biggest accomplishment of Andy Reid's career was making Alex Smith look like he was an NFL caliber player, yet alone a potential MVP candidate for a 6-game stretch. So, and that was all coaching. So Andy Reid definitely is a first ballot top tier Hall of Fame coach, even without Patrick Mahomes. And vice versa. So that to me is one of the rare times we see a truly complementary relationship between coach and quarterback.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
well, definitely.
Can we take a look at some NFL scores today? Let's take a look at some NFL scores. Yes,
start with the Cowboys, man.
The who?
I want to. The Cowboys, or whatever y'all calling them.
The team from Dallas. Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, we'll start with them.
Okay.
How many interceptions did Dak have?
Let's see.
Because I didn't even watch the game.
He left the game halfway or something like that because he got hurt.
He got hurt.
He didn't get hurt. He was getting work. That's all.
As our guy Bree says, CD scam.
Mm-hmm.
CD. Hey, Bree, you say CD scam?
Yep. Yeah, CD scam.
And what's that? What's that Prescott? What's his nickname?
Shit. Damn, I can't remember.
Yeah, look, that could be his nickname right there. Good enough.
That could be anything. Shoot.
Good enough. Whatever you feel like expressing on any given day, man. You know, I'm a Cowboys guy. That dude, Dak Prescott is a bum.
I just call him Brock Purdy's bitch. That's what I call him.
Man, it can be that too. It can be that too. Dak Prescott is a bum. That's a first ballot. If you were, man, look, if you had a 2024 bum draft, Dak going number 1 overall. Plain and simple.
Over Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
I'm
gonna tell you why.
Daniel Jones, man.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why, man. And I say this as a Cowboys guy. You know, one thing y'all know about me right now is like I'm not a homer, man. I keep it a stack. It don't matter who you are, what team you own, man. If you suck, you suck. I'm not gonna sit up there and make myself look like a fool trying to gas scrubs and underperforming players. This is the thing. Who expected Daniel Jones to be anything? Who expects Daniel Jones, especially at this point in his career, to be anything or do anything? Who?
True.
This is directly unknown. Who expects Daniel Jones to do anything besides what he is doing now?
Nobody.
Nobody. Right. Nobody. So there's a difference between a known bum and a disguised bum. I'd rather be a known bum to alleviate myself from having any expectations than a disguised bum masquerading around like I'm actually good. Dak Prescott, they sit up there, man, every year, season after season, it's the same story. And then, he gets all this praise, he gets all this money, all this, man. This has been going on for far longer than Daniel Jones has been in the league. Dak Prescott, and brother, come on, man. If he has any other owner other than Jerry Jones, Dak would have been gone from any other team, man. Dak wouldn't even got the contract that he has now, just unless Jerry Jones gave it to him. And the only reason why Jerry Jones gave him that deal is because Jerry likes to cut his nose off despite his face. That man will carry his ego to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Period. He would rather.
Yeah,
go ahead, brother. I was like, he would rather. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm finished. I'm gonna wait till you go ahead, man. Because I got.
Jerry Jones, brother, would rather see the team burn down than be man enough to admit he's wrong or he needs to back off and delegate this out to people that know what they're actually doing. Period. That burns Jerry Jones, man. Let me tell you this, dog. Jerry Jones has grudges that's going to bother him into the grave. Number 1, Jimmy Johnson, brother. And then 2, he comes in here, man. He cannot stand the fact that people are still on him because they know Jimmy Johnson made Jerry Jones as an owner. Jerry Jones has not been able to duplicate what he had without Jerry Johnson. I don't care about the year they had Barry Switzer. Those are just Jimmy Johnson's leftovers. That's it. Period. Point blank, man. And the dude, that's all it was, man. All you had, dog, a blind man could have came in with that team that won the Super Bowl, brother, and came in the next year and won it again, especially since every last player returned. Except for a couple practice squad dudes, man. A blind man could come and do that. You got the best running back in the NFL. You got a top 3 quarterback with Troy Aikman. You got the best O-line and D-line at the time. There is no way in hell that they couldn't win a Super Bowl, man. Jerry Jones really thought he was something because he was able to win that with Jimmy Johnson's leftovers. Jerry Jones, brother, would rather see the team burn down than ever be man enough to realize or admit he needs to delegate out authority and get some heads in here that actually know what they're doing. Period. This is why I say I don't care if they win, lose, or otherwise until Jerry Jones sells the team. I'm not going to say the other alternative because I don't wish death upon anyone. But until he steps down from ownership, brother, leadership, there's no point in supporting that team, brother. As I said, I believe in two-way loyalty. I'm loyal to the team as long as they show the fans that they're trying to put a winner out on the field. Anything less than an owner sitting up there trying to put a winner out on the field shows entitlement. Same thing with the Fords until Sheila Hanford took over as a majority owner. When they were throwing us table scraps to 0-16 teams and people were sitting up there still supporting them, still going to games. Absolutely not. Because what were the Fords doing at the time? Showing that they did not care about hardworking fans that pay real money to come to those games. They did not care. They saw it as a way to make passive income.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? We get a real ownership that comes in, hires a real dude to run the team, and now they deserve the attention that they're getting, man. But in order for our team to get any kind of revenue, to get the kind of fanfare, we deserve the fans a winner on the field, a winner on the court, the rink, or whatever sport that you watch. And Jerry Jones does not care, man. I'm saying this, and I hope some Dallas fans see the show, brother. And I'm sorry for the rant, but it's real.
No, it was needed.
Hey,
it's real.
You know what? I was gonna say my point, but everything you have spoke, man. Everything you have spoke is absolutely correct. Until Jerry Jones is to sell his team, I don't care if he's there ain't gonna be nothing. I'm happy. I can't stand them as a Lions fan, as an Eagles fan. I can't stand them. I can't listen. They can cry me a river all they want. Listen, that's what they're gonna be. You see Mike McCarthy slamming his tablet because Darnell Mooney was wide open for the touchdown against the Falcons with the Falcons and all that. Yeah, this is all Jerry Jones. He want to be the spotlight. He want to be the owner. He want to be the GM.
Exactly.
Continue to do it. I love with Stephen A. Smith when he clowned those Dallas Cowboys fans. I love every bit of the moment. I love every bit of it. Continue to happen because it makes me happy. It makes a lot of these non-Cowboys fans happy. I listen. Jerry Jones, continue to do what you do best. I'm happy for you.
Imagine being an 80-plus-year-old man attention whore. Think about that, man. Imagine being an 80-plus-year-old man attention whoring, man. The brother is bro, 8 days older than Jesus and still wants to be the center of attention. It doesn't make any sense, man.
Hey, even 80-year-old dudes need love too.
Man, whatever. He got enough money to take care of that in private. Lead the field to the players and the GMs and the coaches. But then again, oh wait, I forgot. Dallas doesn't have a GM because that's Jerry Jones too.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jerry Jones too.
Yeah,
he's everything. He just ain't the coach. That's it.
No, he's
I'm glad it was us that got to embarrass him on his birthday, bro. I'm so glad all teams that could have embarrassed him on his birthday, we got to do that.
Oh man,
we got just like all the pain and suffering, bro.
But this is what happens when you pay $60 million to a quarterback who doesn't do that much. This is what happens. I'm going to say this.
Now, Jerry Jones. Now, one thing I give him credit for. One thing I'm gonna give him credit that he didn't give up easy paying Dak Prescott. He did not. I mean, he waited to damn near the first game of the season to pay him. But
you want me to tell you something as a Cowboys fan? Let me tell you something as a Cowboys fan, bro. Jerry Jones is always going to give him that deal because anything less is an admission that he was wrong about Dak Prescott. Anything less than it's an admission that he didn't know what on earth he was talking about, bro. He had to play face for the cameras to make it look like he was going to do something otherwise. Take it from a Cowboys fan, man. He was always going to give Dak Prescott that deal. The same thing with overrated Tony Romo, who everybody knew was not going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But if you see the exact same, those two guys are exact clones of each other. Exact clones of each other. Regular season stats at the wazoo. As soon as the playoffs hit, nothing. And then even between playoff appearances, you're gonna have a down year or two when they look like they should be shopping at, or working at Bell Tire or something like that. Which is what Dak Prescott looks like right now. Jerry was always going to give Dak that deal because he convinced not only himself, but he sold him as the guy of the future to Dallas Cowboy fans and to the rest of the NFL. Jerry's always going to do what appeases his ego, brother. Trust me. He was always going to give Dak that contract. Anything less, it is an admission that Dak Prescott is not the guy Jerry Jones said he was, because guarantee nobody else said Dak Prescott would deserve that money besides Jerry Jones. Everybody was saying he shouldn't get that deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know what? His ego probably the real reason why that Derrick Henry didn't get that contract from him. Because he probably proved that. Because he probably he could do it. His ego the reason why they didn't give Derrick Henry a contract, because everybody told him you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. And he's like, no, I'm not listening, y'all. He chose
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I give you the wink and the gun. Yes, sir. Right. Absolutely.
Well, enough about the cow. Enough about the cow. You know who. The Falcons pull out the win against the cow. You know who? 27-21. You know Dak Prescott guy. CD scam, the Dallas CD scams in the world. That's my dad used to say.
Hey D, I gotta say this real quick too. I know because I know you talk about Darnell Mooney. I know he's very glad to be out of Chicago right now. He's very glad.
And we gonna get to Chicago.
He get that time with Atlanta.
We're gonna get to Chicago in a minute.
Yeah,
don't worry,
because
get to that.
He was a forgotten man on that team. So now he decided to leave, and he getting that time. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Buffalo pull out the victory, a close victory against the Miami Dolphins, 30-27. Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception today. Hit the 61 game-winning field goal to win the game. So that was a close back and forth division game. Yeah, but you know what happens when you play a division game. I don't care if the team is not good. Like the Dolphins, it's always going to be a division game. It's going to be tough. So
I'm just impressed by that 61-yard game winner. That's nice. Oh yeah,
61.
I miss those.
Yeah, bro. When we were growing up, man, we had the best kickers of all time, as far as I'm concerned, man. Morton Anderson, all that. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, Adam Vinatieri, man. We don't have any guys. Sebastian Janikowski, but we don't have guys like that in the league anymore. Those guys used to knock them down routinely.
Oh, we have one.
One.
We have one. You got to get Justin Tucker. That Baltimore, you got to get him.
He's nice. He's nice.
That shit was lucky, bro. That shit don't the wrong way. We win that game, man. I'm still mad about that.
Hey, Nomus.
And then we had Super Mario Santoso on the team.
No. Justin Tucker did that to us twice.
Yeah, I know. The second one was some bullshit.
But that first one, that was nothing you could do about that. That second one, this is what it is.
Yep.
We had nerve to have a kicker that year named Ryan Santoso. This dude looked like Super Mario if he was a janitor, bro. I swear for God. I was like, what is he doing on the team? What are we doing with this guy, man? We used to have this old man walk in the tunnel.
Bro.
I used to just be like, bro, why is he here? Why? I say, man,
he looked like Super Mario if he was a janitor. No, man, right sometime, man. No man, right sometime, man. No man, right sometime. No, Oh,
Why? Because I say what everybody agree with.
I mean, it's true.
It is true. Fellas, all right. Cincinnati pulls out the victory against the Raiders, 41-24.
That ain't pulling off. That's a beating.
Mm-hmm. And this is another beating. The Chargers are playing some pretty decent football. Gotta get
Jimmy Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm. 27-10 against the Cleveland Browns. The Tennessee Titans, after they got shellacked by us last week, they pull out an overtime victory against the Patriots.
Yeah. Can I say something about the Pats, man? The Pats don't have a quarterback, and they also don't have a coach.
Nope.
Neither one. Those guys are bums.
Nope.
Both.
Trash. The Commanders pull out another victory against the Giants. That's not saying much, even though that's a division game. It was pretty close. The Commanders, Jaden Daniels, another guy that's been,
rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year.
Yeah.
So, period. It's over, man.
Yep. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers get their second win of the season. They get the Saints. The 7 straight loss. The Saints started out 2-0 and he lost 7 straight.
Who's starting for him?
The Panther fans enjoying them $2-3 tickets up in there. They enjoying that.
Wait, was Young starting that quarterback for them today?
I believe
so. Did he? I think he did. I think Rattler started for the Saints today, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think both young quarterbacks, I believe, started.
I believe no. Derek Carr played today.
Carr played today. Okay, I thought Rattler.
Wow.
Yeah, Derek Carr played today, but he ended.
Well, that's why they lost.
Mm-hmm. Well, Derek Carr, he didn't throw an interception, but
Derek Carr, he Derek bike, Derek tricycle. He ain't nothing with an engine in it.
Right.
Well,
what up, though? Here's Johnny.
Well, he's better than his brother, so
Not fair.
Hey, I guess the Saints did march in. They got marched out.
That's true.
Hey, let's say what's up to our fellow in the chat. Here's Johnny.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Johnny, what up, though, Johnny?
What up, though?
The Broncos got destroyed by the Ravens, 41-10.
And why do we think that is?
Derrick Henry.
One word, Sierra. There you go.
Zay Flowers had a good touchdown too today. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles pull out and I was about to say they better not lose to the goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars. I was being upset. N'Kobe Dean with the interception to seal the game. The Jacksonville Jaguars trying to make a comeback, but unfortunately they didn't. The Eagles pulled out the victory. They won 4 straight after starting the season 2-2, and the Eagles are number 2 seed. I'm sorry. Washington's the number 2 seed. The Eagles are the number 2 in the NFC East at the moment right now. So Eagles pulled off that close victory. Now this is the game we're going to talk about. Breed with something.
Oh, battle of the skirts.
Yep.
The Bears lose again. They start coming down to reality, man. They still haven't recovered from that Hail Mary.
No, I believe I called that last month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it what is the team that said they wasn't gonna punt that much this season? Oh, okay.
How many? What? Hey, DC, can you pull up Caleb Baum's stat line?
Can we? You know what? I can.
Check out that box score of them 9 points.
Yeah.
I can pull it out right now for you.
Yes, Johnny.
Yeah. Let's see what did Caleb Baum do?
Play defense.
Pull the stats out for them Care Bears.
Some people thought the Bears gonna go 15-2.
Oh, it was crazy.
Caleb bum.
Oh, look at this. Caleb Williams, 22, 217, but no touchdowns. No.
51% of his passes, but breathe.
He got sacked 6 times.
Because he's a bum.
16.
Now look at the other side of it.
I'm trying to look at how much DeAndre Swift had yards.
And now look. This young man said he wanted 2% ownership in the team. Young fella, to see what I'm not surprised you wear nail polish and skirts and stuff, boy. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
They are who we thought they are.
Shout out.
Exactly.
And to anybody that don't think he doesn't wear that on his fingers, yes, he does. I met this dude. He actually does have that on his fingernails.
Hey, Bree, all these young guys that are doing that mess wear that stuff for real. All these young guys, I don't know what's wrong with them. Never. Could be me. Ever. You couldn't pay me no amount of money to emasculate myself, man.
No.
Hey, some of these dudes ain't got no daddies, man, so they just emasculate themselves. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb got a father, man, but see, the thing is, a lot of, we'll talk about that on your channel one day, bro. We go over life things and stuff like that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Brothers, man, it's one of the things, man, to be around, but it's another thing to be a father, man. You know what I'm saying? You can be around and still not be a father, man. It wouldn't be, but my father, if you was still living, wouldn't allow me to do some of the things as a grown. It don't matter if I was a grown man or not. Never, man. Oh, son, have respect for yourself. Be a man. Stand on it. Even if you gotta die with it, die with it. That's fine. But don't ever let nobody punk you, and don't ever punk yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
DC, go back down a little bit. I want to look at something real funny. Go back down. See, this don't make no sense right here. Start right there.
You know what's real funny?
What's that?
Hey, Novus, you know what's funny though? For real, man, no bullshit.
What's that?
You backing away from that goddamn camera.
Mute that man's mic. Anyway,
all the way, man. Listen. Hey, no. Back all the way to the gym building, the RNC, and possibly, maybe, Bella. You'll be all right, brother.
Does he have to pick up a bag of cheeses on the way?
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. All right, so one through one.
Please get this straight because we don't want you to get it the other way, brother.
Oh my God! I'm just banning this.
No, anyway. What was you about to say, dog? What was you about?
I just wanted to do some comparisons and let me know. Let me understand why that head coach for the Bears ain't fired.
Yes, Cheez-It is better than Cheez-It, but go ahead, brother.
Okay. Anyway, you sit here and allow a rookie quarterback to drop back 44 times, and you allow him to throw to his top 3 targets a combined total of 20-something times, like 25, 26 times, and you telling me I'm seeing receptions, 5 for Doomsday. Okay, he had the best game. Keenan Allen only got 10 targets, and you merely tell me he got 4 catches. DJ Moore, 9 targets, 4 catches. You didn't throw a touchdown. You didn't throw a reception.
Hold on, let me say this. No, hold on, man. Let me say this because I'm gonna tell you this right now. There is a little bit of Jerry Jonesism going on with Chicago's ownership, man. Their coach was on record saying they did not want to draft Caleb Williams. They did not want to draft Caleb Williams, man. Who did they want to draft? The young brother in Washington. This right here is they wanted Caleb Williams because they wanted a star to market. Ownership forced this boy on this coach, man. And now we're seeing this kid is not that good. And before anybody says, well, he's just a rookie. No, this is Caleb Williams. This is Caleb Williams at UFC. He's a high volume passer. He's a local. He's always. But look at his completion rating at USC, man. Look at his completion rating at Oklahoma, man. The kid just has a big arm and can't hit the broadside of a barn and talks a lot. That's it. He was willing to wear the dress. That's all Caleb Williams is. The kid is not that good. And so they did this. This is Bears ownership too.
And this is and he benefited from being in the Pac-12 because they don't play no defense. So
exactly. I would love to see Caleb Williams in the Big Ten this year.
A team that's known for wide receivers. On top of
Yep.
that, and this is why I feel bad for Bears Country, the YouTube podcast. Shout out to them because they were saying my man specifically said he would have rather kept Fields than to try to fall into this trap of trading him away and then go get Caleb Williams. He said it personally when Bree was on their show. I'd rather just keep Justin Fields and keep going from there. Y'all would have been just as good with Fields right now.
Probably better.
Or probably the same. Never know.
Well,
I'm like, go ahead, DC.
I'm gonna let y'all finish this. Y'all go ahead and finish because when y'all finish this Bears, y'all go ahead. Finish y'all Bears. I ain't got nothing to say about the Bears, but
here's the thing though. Imagine being a Bears fan and you lose 29-9, and then just the week before you lose at a Hail Mary. I know they're going nuts, and I love it. I love it. Hey, Bears Country, I love y'all lose. Don't get me wrong, but I love to see y'all lose. I'm just saying.
We love y'all, but we love to see the team.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, nothing personal. It's just business. This is what happens when you give up Justin Fields and you got wide receivers. I don't want to say no names, Keenan Allen, that don't want to play with your quarterback.
I wonder
why he had an issue on Hard Knocks. Oh man, I wish I could see the next episode of Hard Knocks. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh my god.
Hey, let me ask you something, Bree. Did you ever see that one episode of Hard Knocks of the Titans, man, back when they had Blake Bortles? And they had that one episode when Blake Bortles was throwing ducks, and then the wide receiver you could hear completely like, man, at least get it in bounds. That's exactly what it sounds like. Bro, that's exactly. But I'll put the link in the comment section for that, bro. That was one of the funniest, bro. That's exactly what happened with Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen during Hard Knocks, man. Hey, but at least get it in bounds, man. What are you throwing to?
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be like DeAndre Hopkins. Don't tell me, boy. Don't tell me. I'm on God. I put that on God.
Oh my God.
Put that on God. Fuck we go down. Fuck we go down.
Oh man.
Hey.
Oh man.
They say I was that I didn't finish it. I was thought that I didn't finish it.
Listen. Oh my goodness. Look. For me,
how the fuck we go down?
Look, for me,
that was hilarious, man.
Look, for me, the Bears, I don't want to talk about them, okay? I don't. Okay. I don't want to talk about them. I got to give a shout out to Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a shout out to them. And the reason when I say this, ever since the Lions, we beat the crap out of them, Arizona Cardinals has been looking pretty well. They've been playing pretty good ball, and they lead the division, even though the division is not that great. They're leading the division right now. You got to give a shout out to Kyler Murray, man. And Kyler Murray,
it's weird.
He's 13.
I think Kyler's grown up, man.
He's grown
I really
up.
do.
Jonathan Gannon, he's doing a good job in that coaching staff over there. Like I said, they're not a great defensive team. They're really not.
No.
But Arizona has been playing some good ball. Like I said, Kyler Murray he's starting to get mature. He started getting there. Not saying he's all the way there yet, but he's starting to get in there. And look what today, they ran the ball pretty well. James Conner, 118. He got 107 yards, 18 carries. Amari, with 4 carries, 59 yards with a tub. Trey Benson, 8 carries. See that balance, the balance of the running game. And you look at the receiving, the receivers didn't do a whole lot. The Trey McBride.
But everybody contribute though.
They contribute. You got to give a shout out to Arizona. And look, they beat the 49ers. They came back and beat the 49ers in their building. They beat the Rams. They beat the crap out of the Rams already. And I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they played Seattle already or not, or they haven't played yet. The Arizona Cardinals.
Rams won the overtime against Seattle.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Cardinals. I don't know if the Cardinals played Seattle yet or not. I don't know if they didn't yet or not. But if they didn't have it, I'm telling you, the the Cardinals. I got to give a shout out to them because I didn't think the Cardinals was going to be what they know, but a lot of people didn't think the Cardinals were going to be where they at in this situation right now. If the playoffs started today, the Cardinals would be at the 4th seed, and they would have at least a home wild card game in the first round. Got to get a shout out to the Cardinals, man. I'm like I said, I'm getting them a shout out. They with this impressive victory they did today against Chicago and push Chicago back to reality. I got to give them credit, man, because like I said, ever since the Lions we beat them, they has been playing pretty decent ball. So I got to get a shout out to the Cardinals, man.
Yeah, Cardinals have a good locker room with that too, man. That's what I really do. I also think that's rubbing off on Kyler Murray as well. I think for Caleb Williams' development, that's what they're going to have to start to try to acquire in Chicago, man. Some real no nonsense vets in there.
The players around Kyler Murray are young too, so they kind of growing up with him. It's like rookie, second-year players, so they get to kind of grow with him. That's another thing that helps when you got.
They got a good balance, man. They got a good balance, you know.
And watch out for Michael Wilson too.
Yes,
you're gonna hear a lot about this guy, Michael Wilson. Next couple of years.
Of course, you know the main event Lions. Trifle the cheeseheads.
Took care of business on that, and then the Rams with a comeback in overtime victory against the Seattle Seahawks, and the Rams are 4-4. Even though Nakula got ejected to throw a punch today, but it didn't matter. The Rams they stayed the course. They got Seattle had the lead early, and the Rams came back. They actually took the lead, and Seattle scored to tie the game in overtime. And Seattle could not have the ball first. Plays. They couldn't. 4 plays, and look what happened. The Rams, DeMarco Robinson with a game-winning touchdown. Game over. Rams are 4-4. They still in the mix for the division. So, and as you know, Thursday the Jets pull out a close victory against the Houston Texans. And tomorrow's game is the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. And we know
Chiefs will be blowing them out.
And you know, that's all I gotta say. And you know,
I don't know.
And you know,
I do.
And you know,
that'll be done by halftime.
Yeah, the Chiefs defense has been good because their offense has not been that great, but their defense has been getting bailing them out a lot of games. So.
And that's you know what, and you know what, DC, that's going back to the conversation we were talking about earlier in the show on just the level, man. We let's say CJ Stroud and Pat Mahomes. Look at the offensive weapon CJ Stroud has in Houston, man, compared to what Pat Mahomes perennially has in Kansas City. Like he's never really been other than Travis, man. You know, you traded his duo away to Miami, and then you never really replaced that talent. The guys really made, second tier, third tier guys look better for the duration of his career. So that's once again, that's just that difference in that level, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, can we talk about some Pistons today?
Yes, please. Let's do that.
Let's talk about some Pistons, man. Pistons pull out the victory today, and as you know, that I don't know, y'all flipping back and forth the channels with the Lions and the Pistons game. Pistons pull out the victory. They pull out the victory today against the Brooklyn Nets, and they needed this win. They really needed this win today. Pistons, I know they went 2-2 this week. They did beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia, even though they didn't have Embiid, they didn't have Paul George. What a surprise! They didn't have those guys, but the Pistons took care of business.
They really needs to trade Embiid, man. Just get rid of the guy. He doesn't want to play.
I still can play out there. I need a chance.
Yeah. and I know the Pistons got whooped by New York Friday.
Real bad.
Yeah, but they play, and you see the Pistons had played against some starting off the season has been playing against teams that's been in the playoffs so far, except for this game today because Brooklyn was the only team we played so far that was a playoff team last year. So, but it's been pretty tough. Like I said, the Pistons, you see the growth in this team. You definitely see the growth in this team. You definitely see a team that's like the biggest thing is if you look at those losses that the Pistons had, they just haven't been able to close games. When you turn the ball over, where you're not making shots, especially in that fourth quarter, that's been the killer. That's what's been going on. That's what the losses have been happening. We had opportunities to beat Miami, we lost. We had opportunities to beat Indiana, we lost. We had opportunities to beat Boston Celtics, even though they did defend the champs, we lost. We had opportunities to beat Cleveland, we lost. You know, we had opportunities. Now the New York game, that was just what it is. That first quarter, that was a done deal. One. That first quarter was the tell of that game right there. That first quarter, it was a wrap.
We just got outclassed. That happens.
Yeah.
They got cataract. That's what happened. They got cataract.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what up, though? Michael Lions Talk by Chet Sports. Was good, brother.
Micro Mike in the building. Yes. But yeah, man.
Not a discrepancy in your screen. Novus J is in the building. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, anyway, go ahead, Daryl.
So, as you know, like I said, Pistons split up this victory. So, what? Now they got a game tomorrow. They're at home against the Los Angeles Fakers. Yeah, the Fakers. You know, coming to town. So, if the Pistons could play like they did today against Brooklyn, and if they could continue to play it, I said it earlier. I think they could beat the Lakers. The Lakers is not that great. Yeah, I know.
Hey, D, you gotta say it right.
The Fakers. I believe they could beat the Fakers. If the Pistons could play, they could play the game how they play and take care of the basketball. They could beat a lot of good teams. They could beat some teams. Mm-hmm. They could beat some teams, and I won't be surprised they beat the Fakers tomorrow. I don't care if LeBron and Bronny and Anthony Davis, as my guy Bree said, street clothes Davis. You know,
street clothes.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know, but I don't care about.
We call them threads in Grand Rapids. Threads.
Yeah. So, fellas, man, I don't care who starts, man. What are your thoughts with the Pistons so far, man? I don't care who starts.
I'm new, so I don't start first.
I'm gonna let Noam start.
Well, all right. Since you want to let me start,
get your head out your ass. Come on, man.
All right. This is what I think. What the Pistons are. So clearly we know that. I think a lot of people have been overall upset with them despite the win today. A lot of people been upset because they still losing like a lot of games, but they don't understand is that this stuff wouldn't go happen overnight when we run a new head coach in. This is a longevity down the road. Like we weren't at the point where Cleveland was when he got there with them. No, they were a little bit more put together. We not. So we still got a lot of budding players, and that's gonna take a little time to get everybody to work together. Then some of the guys we brought in have been inconsistent. So this is what you sign up for. And you know they go dog us out on the schedule, especially early in the season. So the Pistons are going to be a team that's going to take their time to get that gel together, and they still lacking in key spots. So until further notice, they got to stick with the young talent right now and continue to develop them and put them in the best spots. And I think we saw that. They're going to get their wins. They will not be losing 28 games in a row, okay? Calm down. I know it looks bad, but the fact they pulled out this win, and then they learning how to complete games. And, you know, people going to say turnovers this, turnovers that. Well, when you get more guys that they bring in to be able to understand their assignment to what to do, you'll see some of those turnovers lessening, and you'll see better play from both Cade and Ivy. And I think part of the reason why the turnovers happen is because they struggle sometimes trying to find a play because they like I said, they lack it. So when you're doing a lot of ball movement and you don't really have a legitimate play that you can hit in the corner because you're being bossed out, to me what happens is you're going to turn over the ball, especially if the pass is a little bit lazy. That's what they do got to clean up. Outside of that, Cade is killing it. You know, a lot of people killing Cade. You got to stop the turnovers. You got to stop turnovers. Put some more pieces around the guy. Continue to build. Recognize who your best players are and continue to build around. And, you know, as a head coach, he's going to have to find out ways to get other guys involved. I think that's another thing, man. This is going to have to be a team that wins by committee. Can't just win based off 2 to 4 people. You got to get some guys off the bench that they get in. They got to come in ready to do something. They got to get stops. They got to put in pressure. Because I've watched games this year where the Pistons will get the stops and then they not clicking on offense. Where it was probably the other way around last year, where they would, you know, get some shots here and there, then they start turning over because they couldn't freaking get no stops. So it's a better team, man, but this is gonna take more time.
I agree. Before I let you or Art, before I let you and Bree go on this, I mostly agree with you saying, but I think, like I said too, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take time with these guys to get used to each other. You know, when you got the veterans out there, Tim Hardaway Jr., and you know, when you got Tobias Harris, you know, I know he's been here before, but this is a different situation now. And when you got Malik Beasley over there, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take time. You know, and like I said, they still trying to learn each other. Like I said, it's regular season, the beginning. So, like I said, you could see a difference of these guys just love playing together as a team. It's just going to take time to, you know what I'm saying, get on the same page. They're going to have these struggles at times, but when you see them out there hustling, playing defense, and you see they playing better defense than they were last year, obviously.
Yeah.
Much better.
Obviously. Much better.
Well, that's because they are playing. Ain't no injuries right now.
Yeah.
Major ones. A lot of these guys is playing.
Yeah. You're right. And that's what, that's the main, one of the main part of that too. Guys are healthy. It's just got to take time for these guys to gel together and be on the same page. They're going to turn this thing around. I mean, 2-5, you're still early. It's only 7 games. About to be 8 games tomorrow. Pistons could go 3-5. Actually, if you really look, the close games that they lost, they could have won those games. You could have talked about the Pistons be a top 5, top 6 seed team at the moment if they would have won those games, those close games. Outside of the New York, that was a debacle. It is what it is. But the rest of those, you could say the Pistons could win a lot of those games. So, Art, Bree, what are your thoughts? One of y'all go ahead.
I mean, I guess I can go. It's, you know what? It's like I said, it's early in the season. It's only played 7 games. It's like it's too early to really put this team down. I mean, they still learning as they go. Even the head coach is still learning. It's his first year, so he's just getting the hang of like the plays and these finished players. But I just hate the fact that some fans right now is talking about letting them go right now. I'm just like, bro, come on, man, stop. We got to stop doing that. Like, that's better. With K, you see K now, he has more trust in his teammates now. Before, last year, he was just shooting. He had too much trust. He was just shooting the ball. Like, he couldn't get no help, so he had to do what he had to do. And a lot of times he got tired. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at something on this on TV, my bad. But yeah, man, it's just, I'm not gonna just go out on a limb just for this team, man. I still got high hopes for this team, man. They young, they gonna make mistakes, but at the same time, how long are we gonna keep using them being young as an excuse? When you be in the league for such a period of time, it has to come to a point where you got to stop using turnovers as an excuse too. You know what I mean? So it comes with it just comes with youth. I mean, a lot of these guys are rookies and they still got to know the team, but I still think they still got a shot at the play-in. Long as they stay healthy. Hopefully Asar and Clinton will come back. And then we'll see what kind of team we have. I think they still need another center because what's going to happen when Duran and Stewart get into foul trouble? Then it's like, oh man, we got to rely on Paul Reed, and then we got to get somebody else. So that's the downturn of it. But I still got hope for this team. I'm still going to cheer for this team, and I just know with us having Beasley and Hardaway, this team has gotten better, and they add and they got some ferociousness, and they talk trash. So you gotta love that. So and then the team is just picking up on that, and their leadership skills. And Tobias too. I think Tobias has to be more consistent. But I mean that's nothing new. But I do like the improvement of Ivy and Cade, and yeah, I like the improvement of Ivy. I think he's gonna be someone within the most improved player award too. So. But I still got faith in this Piston team, and I think they'll compete for a play-in, man, if they stay healthy, though.
I guess it's on me, yeah. I mean, the 2-5, I personally, I'm actually satisfied with that. Looking at the schedule when it first came out, I kind of figured that's probably where they would be. My barometer of success may be a little bit different from everybody else in the sense that can this team win the winnables? And so, for instance, this Brooklyn game, this is a winnable. You know what I'm saying? So they're actually doing that. Last year, they weren't even doing that. So I personally am encouraged to see what I've been seeing. As for the supporting cast, man, here's the thing. And I want to notice, and I want to recognize this aspect. Cade was top 8 in assists last year. Cade is top 5 in assists this year. And this is where you have, and for me, Cade has taken a jump. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's say this. If you look at his box score today against Brooklyn, he gave you 19, 6, and 6 on 54% from the field. That right there is an off game for Cade, man. That's an off game for him. And that's still hella efficient, high impact, etc. As for turnovers, brother, all high usage players turn the ball over. Luka Doncic is an MVP candidate and averages 6.3 turnovers a game.
Yep.
Let's see Cade right now. Luka Doncic averages 6 turnovers a game, approaching 7. Nobody's talking about Luka Doncic. Why? It's because Luka has been properly surrounded with talent. And speaking to that, I like what we have, but regardless, number one, we need to Sar back. We definitely need to Sar back. Right now, we made a lot of hoopla about the big man issue in Detroit. The number one problem in Detroit right now is perimeter defense. Only one starting perimeter player can keep his man in front of him, that is Cade Cunningham. As much as J.I. has improved, and he's become much more consistent offensively, and that's what happens when you have a coach that actually believes in you and doesn't play games. But defensively, Jaden has not improved at all. And I actually mean that. I think I see the same caliber defender that I saw in year 1 or year 2. He tries, and that's never been a point of contention for me with Jaden Ivey. He does try. He was always going to give 100% effort, but fundamentally, he is not a good defender. And so one thing I do notice right now, and it's kind of the point that I made at the beginning of the show before everybody came, DC, is that look at the supporting cast. And piggybacking up with one thing that you said, Breed, with fickle fandom. You know what I'm saying? We love to do this in Detroit. We've talked about this numerous times. Well, we get stars, but look how we treat stars. And then when the stars leave, we'll say idiotic things like they didn't do that in Detroit. Brother, the Detroit team that they played for was bummy. We're too arrogant to admit that. We're too arrogant to admit that the team Stafford had when he was in here in Detroit were garbage. That the teams Blake Griffin had around him, garbage. He was the only real player on those teams. Andre Drummond was, man, come on, dog. None of that, bro. Reggie Jackson, those guys weren't. Those are role players, man. Those aren't real players. You know what I'm saying, bro? Not move the needle players. You know, so we get guys. Barry Sanders. Who did Barry Sanders have? Scott Mitchell? These aren't real. Rodney P. Like these aren't real move the needle guys, man. And so when we get a real guy, look how we have a history of treating them. And so here with Cade, look at the supporting cast of every last number 1 pick for the last 5 to 6 years. Think about it. Every last one of them has a NBA champion on the roster, all-star on the roster, somebody on the roster, quality players on the roster. Every last one. Man, we talk about Paulo Banchero, or you got people comparing Cade to Paulo. Brother, look at Paulo's team and look at the Detroit Pistons and tell me who's going to win and who's going to lose. Look at that. But you got Franz Wagner. You got Mo Wagner. You got, come on, man. You got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You got possibly the best perimeter defender in the league, Jalen Suggs. You got, brother, you got Anthony Black and Gary Harris coming off the bench, man.
Well, Paulo Banchero is going to be out for a while because he had that injury.
Yeah, he has an injury. But that's all. That's him being hurt. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the sense that look at his supporting cast.
What he's saying though, Bill, is too. Watch if they still perform without Pablo. That's the point.
And they will.
Well, they struggling now. When they just showing they lost 2 straight without Pablo.
Who did they play?
They lost 2 straight.
To who?
They lost. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up right now because they lost yesterday. And you know,
to
I'm about to look it up. I'm about to look it up right now.
All right. So while you look that up,
hold on. They lost today. Oh, they got blown out by Dallas.
Okay, that's Dallas.
They got blown out by Dallas.
Yeah, Luka got damn near 40 that game, man.
An NBA contender, okay. NBA champion contender, okay, with Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson.
And they lost to Cleveland Friday.
The best team in the league.
Yeah, by far.
So they lost to the best team in the league and a team with an MVP candidate and 2 NBA champions on it. I can't hold that against them.
Yeah.
I can't hold that against them. You see, brother, that's what I'm saying. Look at the quality of talent that Cade has in Detroit, bro. These guys are not that good.
But that starts with up top.
Right. You see, I'm aware. I agree, bro. I agree. I'm not blaming this on the players. Look at the makeup of this team. Now, look, Trajan is in his first year running the show, man. I said it when we talked about these. We had these shows during the off season, man. I like what he did. I do. I still stand by that. He comes in year one with the amount of time that Langdon had to put something together. I think he did very well, man. Got some good shooters. Got a veteran. I personally think Tobias Harris is a con man, but he had to do something. I'm not going to hold that against Trajan, man. He had to do something. You had to get somebody, and that's what we had available. I 100% believe Trajan in the sense that when he was talking about play, let's look at the draft, right? We get Ron Holland. Trajan Langdon is telling the 100% truth, man, that agents did not want quality draft prospects to come to Detroit. Brother, nobody wants to be here. We have to earn our way back to that. We do. Because that's how bad we've been. But as for where the team is now, man, if we're going to make a jump, I really do believe we're going to have to get Cade another guy. And I'm talking about a guy because what I've seen from defenses this season is that the game plan is still the same. Cade has just become a little bit more efficient with it. That blitz Cade, and we don't care if we lose to Jaden Ivey and his supporting cast. It's still the same thing. Double Cade pick him up full, double him at half court, try to corner him, make him make a play. And if we lose because Jaden Ivey is hitting wide open threes or Tobias Harris drops 20 and 20 on us, we'll take that. But we're not going to let Cade Cunningham skirt off on us, which he's been doing anyway because the kid is that talented. But, brother, look, we have not got him any really quality help, man. And I'm going to say this now. And I'm a guy I love J.I., man. J.I. is a role player. I love Jalen. You guys know how I am on Jalen Dirk. He's a role player. There's no real duo in Detroit, man. Talk about, J.I. to do it. No, he's not. J.I. is coming. Let me ask you this, man. Same thing I asked about other players, man. How many teams does Jaden Ivey start for?
I think he starts. I think he'll start with a few teams. It's not a lot.
Where? Who? Give me one. Give me 4.
Utah.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he will. He will start.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
so you're telling me he's gonna take. Let me see what they got in Utah. They got what was his old boy used to play for the Lakers. That right now that's their starting 2 guard. He's taking his minutes.
Yes.
Clarkson.
No, who? So you're saying Jaden Ivey is a better player than Clarkson?
I didn't say he would take his minutes.
He will not start over Clarkson, man. He's not a better player than Clarkson. He's not. He's not, bro. He is not a better player than Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson is a better shooter. I give him that. He's a better shooter.
He's a better passer. He's a better defender. Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson.
All that.
I give him that. He's a better shooter.
Okay. So go ahead, brother.
That's Utah. I said he'll start for Utah.
I got a team.
Okay.
I got a team. I got a team. And I think Daryl know where I'm going with this. The Clippers. And this is why I say the Clippers. I'd rather
not starting over Norman Powell.
Not over Norman Powell. I have him starting over Norman Powell.
But Norman Powell just dropped 37 with 3 ND. And locked up the team's best defender. Brother, no. He's not starting over Norman Powell, but Ty Lue has what he wants, man. You're not going to play...
The reason, and I know about. Don't even get me started with the Clippers, man. My goodness. Nah. Don't get me started with them. Boy. But I love my Clippers. Hey, don't get me started with them. But
Ty Lue is the way he likes to play, man.
Jaden Ivey, I agree with Bree. He'll start for Norman Powell is he's like you talk about Jaden Ivey's a rope. Norman Powell's a role player, and I love Norman.
Exactly. And Norman Powell's a better role player than Jaden Ivey. This season, he's been a better player than Jaden Ivey. Guys, come on, man. And I like J.I., bro. He's not more impactful than Norman Powell. Norman Powell actually has done this in playoff games, man.
Yeah.
He's a better shooter.
Impactful then, yeah. You got a point there.
Yeah.
I give you that.
Yeah.
He's not a better player than Norman Powell. Look, let me tell you this right now. Let me show you something. If Norman Powell was starting, if Norman Powell was starting next to Kay Cunningham, they would have a 500 record right now. Because you would still be able to get at least 15 to 16 points out of Norman, and Norman can lock up the best player.
But see, you got to look at it, man. Look, it's still early in the season, man.
Oh no, look, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm with you guys on that. I'm with you guys on that. I'm talking about where they are now, right? I'm proud of them.
Look at Darius Garland. Look at Darius with Cleveland. When Bickerstaff was coaching Cleveland, right? Before even Donovan Mitchell got over there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Colin Sexton was over there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Terrible guy, terrible player. Yeah, not very good.
Injury prone, right? They still had to learn him and Darius Garland. They played together at the time. They had to learn to play. But see, Colin Sexton, he was injury prone. That's why they had to ship him away because he was
I feel where you coming from. Go ahead, bro.
JB Bickerstaff, you see what he did for the last couple of years with Cleveland, especially with
that's been my point with JB. I'm the one who's been talking JB up with that for being a great program builder.
Yeah, and he's going to, like I said, with this team, it's going to be early. Get in that time. Let them start building. Let them start getting the confidence. Jaden Ivey, NK, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. All right, who's more talented, Jaden Ivey or Darius Garland?
Right now, it's Darius Garland.
And it's going to be Darius Garland. He's better at everything. The only thing Jaden Ivey is, he's more athletic. Darius Garland is a better, and it's not even close, bro. It's not even close to caliber of talent. But no team in the league is going to pick Jaden Ivey. I'm going to tell you this, that they're just draft prospects. No, if you look at them where they are now, watch this. Darius Garland was mocked to go top 3. Even over John Moran, a lot of drafts, until he broke his foot. Fact check me. Until he broke his foot. He was mocked to go over potentially John Moran. Jaden Ivey, brother, looks exactly the same as he looked at Purdue in the sense of the model player he is. Now, as I said, he has grown tremendously offensively in terms of he's more consistent. I'm not holding what happened against him. I'm not holding what happened last year against him because we all know that coach was a joke. He hit a lick. And I'm not mad at Monty Williams. If somebody dumb enough to throw you $80 million when you say you don't want to coach, hey, man, I'd have done the same thing. Be mad at me, y'all, if y'all want to. But I'm going to do the same thing, man.
No, you're right. You're right.
But the thing is, we're talking about impact players, bro. I'm looking at KD supporting cast. Now, let me preface this. Like I said, I'm proud of where the guys are. All these dudes talk like Bree was talking about. Dudes talk about they want JB fired for what? Look what he's done. Brother, man, we already off to a hell of a lot better start than what we had last year. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Come on now. And it looks like we actually at least have a system out there. At least we have an actual system out there, man. But what I'm saying is, if you're asking me about going forward in terms of supporting cast, they need to get Cade a guy, man. The makeup of that team is that we don't have really that much defensive personnel. And then offensively, man, we need a guy that can really match what Cade is doing, that respect level, man. Look what JT in Boston has with JB. You feel what I'm saying? We talk about like that. Now, people say, if you ask who's the better player, most people will probably say JT. Somebody say JB, but most people probably say JT. But we need to get a guy who is impactful like that next to Cade. Cade deserves to have a legitimate duo, man. You look at what Franz Wagner is.
Jaden Ivey.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, man. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. No, he is not. But you can tell by the way the teams hold defense against us that they do not look at Jaden Ivey the way we fans look at Jaden Ivey. They don't. It's the same thing as it's been for the past 3 years with this, man. They don't really respect Cade's teammates. And that's the thing. Jaden Ivey, however, let me say this. Let me say, see what I'm saying? Bree knows what I'm talking about right here. They don't respect them. We can tell this by the way teams cover. I can have my own opinion about it, but my opinion is just my opinion, bro. However, the proof is in the pudding with the way teams guard us. And you can tell by the way they guard us, they do not give a damn if Jaden Ivey gets off. They do not give a damn if Tobias Harris gets off. They don't care. As long as Cade is the one not crushing our head, because if we let Cade loose, Cade will put 30 and 20 and 15 and 15 on us. Because he's done. Look how he started the season, man. Cade will go. That kid is a bull of the China shot. They don't care. As long as we stop the ball from coming into the China shot, we'll lose to the role players. That's fine. However, what I will say, J.I. has done the best job of trying to be that guy. Better than all the veterans. Because look at this, what goes back to the Tobias Harris situation. Tobias is a con man, dog. I see the exact same guy I saw in Philly, man. Philly fans know it. And you a Philly fan, bro. You know, DC, you a Philly fan. You know exactly what Tobias was. No. Eagles fan. Okay. I recant that. My apologies for being presumptive. But look, Philly fans knew what Tobias was. And then showed up in Detroit. Brother, you got $25 million a year. You're supposed to be a go-to guy in the fourth quarter. You're supposed to be the guy to help calm the team, bro. You can't hold anybody. You can't really shoot. You don't really. I mean, you got 2 games where you got consistent rebounds. Tim Hardaway Jr. is a good shooter. Can't stop anybody. Beasley's a good shooter. Can't stop anybody. Can't create. Tim Hardaway. This is the thing. Hold on. What happened to the Tim Hardaway that was in Dallas, man, that could actually bring the ball up? You know what I'm saying? Make a play, run the offense. I haven't seen any of that here in Detroit. And he gets the ball. Here's the thing, but also, like, piggybacking off what Breeder was saying, man. Dog, these guys get the ball, bro. Go back and if you guys can rewind the game today. Look at the first 12 shots the Pistons took, man. Look how many of them were wide open shots Cade Cunningham generated. And look how many shots that they actually made. There's a narrative going around that Cade doesn't trust his teammates. That's not true. If that was true, he wouldn't be top 10 in assists.
Exactly.
If that was true, he wouldn't be top 10 in assists with nobody. Look at this. And we know he had nobody to pass the rock to and still somehow got those guys involved. Those guys have to hit a shot. We're talking about missing point blank bunnies.
Probably losing a lot of those games closing out because a lot of guys, like I said, with Canty Tobias, he was even missing a bunch of big time shots late in the game. And it's like, a lot of guys got knocked down the shots.
I know him. Look at the Pacers game. If Tobias Harris shoots 30% in the foot, just 30%, look how many shot attempts he took. He took 9 shots. If he hits just 3, we win the game. And there were wide open looks, and 2 of them were point blank layups at the rim. And there was a wide open 3 in the corner. If he shoots 33%, we win the game off of gravity that Cade created. Bro, what does that go back to what I'm trying to say? Cade is surrounded by subpar players. Other number 1 picks don't have to deal with this. Look at Zion supporting cast, man. Zion don't barely play and those guys win games. Look at the Magic supporting cast, man. Look at Edwards supporting cast. You playing with the defensive player of the year. You playing with one of the best big men in the league. You playing with a 7-time All-Star point guard. You playing with a
six man of the year.
What What did I say was the difference was with all those teams you just named that had those number one picks? What was the difference? Management.
Once again, brother, I agree with you. I agree. What I'm saying is, brother, I'm talking about two things at once. Where they are now and where they have to be. Where they are right now, I'm actually proud of what I've seen from Trajan Langdon. We got somebody around there. But going forward, bro, we're going to have to get Kane some better guys.
Yeah. I mean,
these guys are okay for right now. But going forward, we're going to have to get some better guys, man. Right now, we don't have one player. Right now, we do not have one player on the roster who's suiting up that can guard his man and hit a shot. And if we have that, please tell me who that is. That's not named K. Cunningham.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't mind being wrong. Y'all know that.
Okay,
if we have that player, who is that player that can lock down their man and get it? Go ahead.
To take to what you just said, and I agree with you. But at the same time, it's up to K to be like, hey, listen, man, I'm doing all this on my own. I need some players. I need some help.
I see him vocal. I see him vocal in the huddle all the time. I see him. Look, bro, go look. He's going, come on, guys, come on in, bro. They still have to go out there and keep their weight. These guys get paid millions too.
Right. Exactly.
And Tobias, watch this. I don't care how good Cade is, man. Tobias should have an attitude like, look, I'm the vet here. I'm the one that's been to the playoffs. I'm the one that's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Tobias don't care nothing about that, man. You ask my boy Rick, man. My boy Rick, a huge Philly fan, bro. He said as soon as Tobias got that deal, Philly fans started booing him because they knew he didn't care. He didn't care, bro.
I swear, we need that say "Cobb man" on it in his face on there. I'm telling you, we need to add on.
Hey, Bree. Tobias Harris over me. Tobias Harris over me.
I was just about to say that, bro. Bro,
watch this. Check this out, man. Check this out. Look, I'm gonna see if I can send this to y'all in a DM or something. I watched this documentary from this cat, right? I'm gonna send it to y'all in the DM once I find it on YouTube again. This cat put it out there and extrapolated the financials perfectly. He said Tobias Harris, by the time his career is over, is going to be by far the highest paid player to never make an all-star team. And it's going to be by far. He's going to make at least $70 million more dollars than the next highest paid player to never make an all-star team, bro. Now, as I said, now hold on. So why do I contradict myself? I still don't blame Trajan Langdon for signing him because it's what was available. Mm-hmm. But Trajan got to build this thing from the ground up, man. This is not, we said this, we talked about this over the offseason. Trajan got to build this from the ground up, bro. We really have to start from the pegs even, man. Might have to tear the pegs out of the floor. This thing has to be rebuilt. All I'm saying is I'm not convinced these guys right here that we have are the guys to build around with K going forward to turn this into a winning team. I think JD has big potential, but my question is, are they going to actually ever tap into that and use him like they should? Then with J.I., I'm not convinced J.I. will ever be a plus defender. And then J.I.
He's getting.
He got to gain some weight too.
Yeah,
he got to
gain weight. He's gained weight.
He gained weight. Yeah. He actually
gained. Hold on, DC. You saw me. I gave him credit for that, didn't I?
Technique, man. That's just what it's coming down to. Technique.
I agree, no.
And the other thing, man, it helps when we can bring in when we do draft prospects. It helps if you get guys who play D3 and D. They can actually knock down.
And that's what we need, bro. Watch this, dog. Look at this, man.
Small forward, because, like I said, man, say what you want about Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant can play the small forward role for us perfectly. I watched him and Kay play together, and it was working. I've seen where people say it wouldn't go work. Yeah, I saw it working. But because we had to make that move to help, build the team with, get JD and the whole trade thing, it just was unfortunate. But when we had him, I saw it work. And that's kind of why I hate that we can't get him now, because the contract is real massive. But I'm at this point right now. Come trade deadline, and none of the guys we signed to contracts are performing. Whoever that's out there that gives me that kind of play, they can be 3 and D. I don't care how big his contract is. I will unload a lot of these players, including Tobias' ass, to go get him.
Bro, especially Tobias.
But fellas. Okay, look.
Not trying to take it that far. Not trying to panic and say, let's try to say if this team could turn around like you said this week, Daryl. I'm just saying. Nobody's panicking saying play everybody. It's still early.
It's still early.
It's still early.
One game at a time, no. One game at a time.
Right. I know that. That's what I just said. I said it could come to that point.
Because you look at last year. Remember, the Pistons started 2-1 last year before they went on their 28 game losing streak.
Yes.
This right here with guys with this new regime they have with these couple of these veterans that we have. You see, guys are playing together. They're playing decent basketball. They just, when it comes down to in the fourth quarter, and when they turn the ball over at crucial moments, that's what's costing them. When they're not making shots, that's what's costing them. The fourth quarter has been costing them these games. I just told you, I just said, when those losses they had, they could have at least won a few of those games. Now, if you would have said the Boston one, that's the defending champs, I would have lived with that.
They should have won that game.
They could have beat a Miami team. Miami always up and down in the regular season, but they show up in the playoffs when it matters most. You should have beat Cleveland. They let it get it out of hand late in the fourth quarter. You should have beat Indiana. Indiana is struggling right now. You should have beat Indiana.
And they got another injury too.
All right, but DC, DC. That's my point. Watch this. Now you're 100% correct. Now use this to prove my point. Who are these players that are collapsing like this? The vets, the supporting cast. Look, first, man, the New York game. Cade had 1 turnover. All of his other teams had 36 turnovers. And they are not high usage players because they're not good.
You know what? In New York, and when we see with that New York game, New York is at least the conference contended team. And on top of that, too, what was so alarming about that loss?
Yeah,
New York was ranked in the bottom of defensively efficiency. But New York was ranked bottom, like 28, 29. But see,
bro, that's my point.
But when you turn the ball over that many times,
that's my point. Who was turning the ball over? Look at this, man. Let me say this. Turnovers are acceptable from high usage players. Turnovers are not acceptable for role players. You guys get what I'm talking.
It's not acceptable, period. But I get where you're
coming from. Yes, it is. Because once again, if you have the ball, you're going to turn the ball over in the best league in the world. It's going to happen. Magic Johnson averaged 4 turnovers per game. That is the best point guard all time. And was it acceptable for him? Yes, because look what he gave you offensively.
Yeah, but
it's going to happen because look who you're playing against. It's going to happen. If you have the ball that much, you will turn the ball over that much. Except for what? Magic had a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. You're going to turn the ball over. It doesn't matter how good you are. When you're a guy, your job is to just shoot, and your job is to just score, and you're turning the rock over. You don't even have to make a play. That's the problem, and that's what I'm talking about. Supporting cast.
I think the Pistons will be fine. Like I said, it's going to take these guys, especially we got a new regime, got veterans on that
sure.
team. It's gonna take time. They see the guys, they're playing better. Like I said, it's just coming down to closing games out in the fourth quarter. Just like today, they came back on Brooklyn's not really a good team, but guess what? They came back on Brooklyn and they finished the job. They got the job done. They closed the game out.
Sure.
And when they came back on Philadelphia had a early start in the first half, and if this came back in the second half, they took the lead and never relinquished it. And they close the game out. And the Pistons can do that consistently, they will be fine. The Pistons, to me, if learn with health, if they are a play-in team. They are a play-in team. They are better than They are better than the Brooklyn Nets. They are better than the Atlanta Hawks. They are better than the Washington Wizards. They are better than a couple other teams.
All those are teams that aren't going to be in the play-in anyway, man. We're not a play-in team, bro.
We are playing.
We're not a playing team. No, we're not.
We are.
All right. I'll add this to our bet. I'll add this to our Michigan bet. What am I? What are you going to look? Like I said with Bree, I will mail you your steak if I have to. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. We're not a boom. We are not a playing team, bro. We're not that good. But we had this same discussion. Please do. We had the same discussion about Marcus Asher. What did I say about Marcus Asher? Not getting any clock because he is not a point guard, and he's not better than any of the veterans that are getting. Who is he? Is he better than Beasley?
No.
Is he better? Is he better than TSJ? No. And what did I say? He's not going to get minutes. What happened? He's not getting minutes. He's not that good.
Man, these guys at this point,
like a kid out there in the court. So.
Not that good.
I wish we had like a veteran point guard that's used to playing like Rozier.
And that's what we need, bro.
We had a veteran point guard. We had Killian. No, I'm kidding.
Another dude that's not in the league. Another dude that's not in the league.
We had like a DeMar DeRozan at small forward right now would be.
We'll be Gucci because we have to respect them. We need another. Look at this, man. I wasn't a big fan of this idea at first. I'm still really not. But I would say this: we'd have a better chance of making the play-in if we got a BI.
Yeah,
somebody's going to give you 24 points a game. You have the teams. It doesn't matter how much they want to zero in on Cade. You can't zero in on Cade when you got BI on the floor. You can't do that. That's what we need.
What about the one that I said I would take from the Cakers? What's his name? Rui just be another guy standing in the corner, man.
What does he do better than Tobias Harris?
Yeah, better defender. That's it.
Yeah,
that's about it. Defender. And marginally, he's not that good. Look at his defensive rating, man. He's marginally better defender than Tobias Harris. Yeah. Rui not even getting much clock in LA right now, man.
He's so right.
He getting some because
he's getting some minutes.
I say this: if his stock go up, then I think we should consider it.
What if his stock go? What?
You know what I mean? Like he get more clock and he starts showing that he is playing. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the scenario, what happens.
I don't want Rory. I don't want Rory.
No, bro. I'm with you on most things, dog, but I don't know where we were going with that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't want Rory. I don't want Rory.
I want to roll out your water, man. It's better than that.
I'm going to take Jalen Johnson and Rui right now.
No.
Yeah.
They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him, though. No. Jalen Johnson is a dog.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson is a dog. They're not going to trade Jalen Johnson.
Upset too, man, because I wanted JT McDaniels so bad a couple years ago. I was like, bro, we can get JT McDaniels here.
JT McDaniels.
You mean
he's a quarterback? He's on the. He's Jaden McDaniels.
He mean Jaden McDaniels.
The one that play. Don't mess with me. I mess up names. Don't do that to me.
No.
Don't
do that. Let me ask you. Is there an open bottle of Modelo there right now?
Nah. I haven't drank in quite a while.
Hey, Novus. This is what happens when you don't back away from the damn camera. This is what happens.
Yep.
You ain't following by the rules, boy.
Y'all forever.
Yeah, no, you right, bro. You right, bro.
Don't let me stick Jared Goff on you, man. Don't let me stick the white man on you.
Yeah, but no, I would love to have a Jaden McDaniels, but those are guys that we can't get, man. Like look at this, fellas. It's a list of guys that I think the Pistons should make some calls on. Give you an example. I've said it on when me and you were on the show, Noam. I really believe we need to pick up the phone now and call Minnesota about Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I really believe we need to do that. I really believe we need to do that. Lock down 3-4 positions, shoots 40% on a 4-year expiring deal. DiVincenzo's going to get his minutes now, and that's of no fault of his because you're going to have to play DiVincenzo. We could get him for cheap. If we get a guy like that, now we're talking about playing. And then another guy, Call Houston. There's two teams I think we could make a deal with, because right now they're at a time where they have to start choosing which young talent they're going to move forward with. Call Memphis. See if you can get G.G. Jackson and Jay Huff.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't gonna give up G.G. Jackson, because G.G. Jackson got a special relationship with Ja Morant, so you know they ain't gonna give him up.
Yeah, and nay, man. I'm gonna tell you why. This Jalen Noel kid, whatnot, kid is just, which again they have to choose, man, who they're moving forward with. And this kid is balling. He's a better complement to their stars. So I'm saying he might be available.
But we had Jalen Noel. We just didn't give him a chance.
No, not Noel. Jalen Wells. My bad. It's a young brother that they drafted in the second round. This look like the perfect complement to. Here's the thing. GG is a 4. GG is not a small 4. He's a 4-man. You have Jaren Jackson Jr. You have a 24, 25-year-old defensive player of the year. You don't trade that for anything unless the dude is crippled. So GG's never going to start there. He's not a 3. You get what I'm saying, man?
Right, I feel
you got Jay Huff there, 7'1", can shoot the 3, block shots. We need that. The size and the shooting. Call them up and see if we can get a deal done, man. Now, also Houston. Call Houston and see if you can get Jabari Smith Jr. Because right now they're at an impasse. They have to choose Tari Eason or Jabari Smith Jr. And right now Eason is a better complement to Şengün.
Hey, you know who I like at Houston, and he don't get that much playing time, and I like his game. I like Jayshawn Tate. I like his game.
I like him too. I would see if we can get him in a deal as well. He's a little bit older on the timeline, but I think K needs some guys, man, that can really truly grow with him. That are 3-and-D players. And you feel what I'm saying, man? I'll actually make some calls for those players, man, because they should be available. Look, man, teams don't want to budge off of them instantly. Would understand that. But at the same time, they're not sacred cows. And so I'm saying those are the kinds of guys, B.I., Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jabari Smith Jr., G.G. Jackson, Jay Huff. Those are the kinds of guys, man, that I would be making calls for if I was Detroit. Because we need some defensive personnel, man. We need some 3-and-D personnel. Right now, we just don't have good defensive players in the rotation.
I want you to recap. What up, though?
Retro, what up? What up?
Yeah. Listen, you gotta make some great valid points, everybody.
Yeah.
But
thank you, sir.
I appreciate you.
I gotta move on to the next topic on this one, man. We gotta talk college football.
Well, let's end the show.
Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
How about you, brother? How about you, Retro? Hope all well. Quite sure you living it up, living up right now on Twitch out there.
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. How you doing, Retro?
What up, bro?
So, U of L loses to the number 1 team in the country, which you expected. Michigan State. 47-10.
What a shame.
After you was up 10-0.
A shame.
You gave up 47 points unanswered.
I have one question, sir. Sir, at the top of the screen, Mr. DC, right? I have one question, Mr. DC. Did they give up 46, or was it taken from them violently?
Next question. So,
well, you know, because child is young, and you know they make mistakes, and you know we don't wrong with that.
No. Hey, look. I've been with y'all. I'm a Michigan man, and I've been with y'all about this Davis Warren and Aiden Childs debate. Y'all know that. Davis Warren looked better than Aiden Childs yesterday, man.
Davis Warren, and I'm going to get to this Michigan right quick. Davis Warren has played well. He played well yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, Bumbus Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit.
This is get better, man.
Yeah, but when Michigan, they just ran into the number one team in the country, man.
Yeah.
Oregon was now Michigan. They was trying to come back and they're trying to make it a game because Oregon. And I shout out to Big A because I talked to him yesterday. He brought this up to me. Oregon. Did you know Oregon only scored 3 points in the third quarter the whole entire season so far? Prior to yesterday? Because Oregon is one of those teams they will let you come back. They don't let you come back. But Michigan was getting there. I think just they had opportunities and they just didn't get the chance to capitalize it. And then, like I said, Oregon's just the best team in the country. You know, because they can score and will. Dylan Gabriel, he's unbelievable. You know,
Get something else.
Yeah, it's just there's so many weapons on that team, man. It's hard for this Michigan team to just keep up with this team, man. So it was one of the situations that you playing against the best team in the country. Michigan tried, and they just didn't succeed. Now, the other game.
Mollywop.
Michigan State. I mean, you up 10-0. You started off the gate. Aiden Childs threw a touchdown pass, and the Nick Marsh was a hell of a throw, hell of a catch by Nick Marsh. I mean, you thought that Michigan State would come out. They was ready. They was hungry. But
nope.
Aiden Childs, 2 interceptions. And that's been the problem all year long. Aiden Childs
take care of the ball.
Has not taken care of the ball. And this is another game with the Michigan game last week when he fumbled, gave Michigan momentum, and they never looked back. Michigan State tried to play catch up. And you look at this game, you up 10-0. That moment, once he threw the first interception, that was a wrap. And then he threw the second interception. It was really a wrap. And Michigan State could never recover from that. Aiden Childs is young. He's 19 years old. He got the talent, but he needs to stop turning the ball over too much, and that's what's costing this team. Michigan State got a good, solid defense. They out there so long because our offense is not producing enough because they turn the ball over. Every time the defense out there on the sideline trying to get some rest to catch up, to catch their breath, they got to be able to go back out there because the offense is not take care of the football. And this has been the problem all year long. Indiana, people say, they overrated. Indiana hasn't played anybody. They're 9-0. This is whatever. You can play what's on your schedule. Indiana, I give them credit. They're 9-0. They're 9-0. It's what it is. But Michigan State, you haven't had to turn the ball over. You had an opportunity to beat this team. You had an opportunity to beat this team. But now they got to go play Illinois. They're gonna play Illinois. I don't even know if they're gonna beat Illinois. I know Illinois lost it.
Y'all know
Illinois. I don't know if they're gonna beat anybody. They're gonna beat anybody.
And Michigan State defense, no, they not. And Michigan State defense, bro. Y'all didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning that game, man.
No,
at all.
We couldn't even catch the snowball.
Y'all could have took care of the ball. Y'all could have had the ball gift wrapped and saran and bubble wrap, brother, and the ball never touched the grass. And y'all was gonna get beat like a runaway slave, man. Like that, brother. That was coming, man. That was coming. That's
real quick. Unnecessary comment comparison of the day, right? Do Aiden Childs remind you of a younger Geno Smith?
No. Hold on. No, miss. Don't you ever, other than compare that to Geno Smith, don't you ever utter that words coming out of your mouth ever again.
Bro, no must have been trolling like Now I'm trolling. That's all, man. Troll me. No, I'm trolling.
Talk about some Geno Smith.
No,
Some Gino, man. Go.
Hey, I had to, man.
The Geno Smith. He might Achilles Smith, sure. Yeah, come on, man. Man, no, ain't no way you can compare Aiden Childs no Geno Smith.
Aiden Childs has way better talent than Geno Smith. That's just plain and simple.
I know.
So,
I just had to do it. I had to see how to ruffle feathers up, man.
Norman,
he just wanted to piss us off. That's what it is.
No.
I know his game.
No, you know what? You know what?
You ain't slick, though.
Hey, Breed. All I could do is make one phone call to Dante and had Dante and talk about that story of him running to some walls and stuff. But we don't want to go there.
Man, that story nobody ran to the wall.
Little window. Is that the same wall?
Is that the same one you told me the wall ran into you?
Michigan needs to go ahead and put Alex. Michigan needs to put the wall running back, bro.
Bro. No. Wait. We talk about this wall right now. Is that the same one when you said the wall ran into you? Because that's what you told me.
Yeah, the wall ran into me, bro.
Hey, bro, do me a favor. Put your face back on the camera and say that. Let me see if you can keep it
no. I don't know what kind of shit you smoking, but I need some of that, bro. I need it. I need that you smoking. I need some of that. You must be on something. I'm coming on. Whatever it is, it's some powerful shit.
I'm a man of my category. Hold on.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You is a category.
Screw
you.
You
is a category.
Screw you. Y'all see my face, so good and clear, right?
Right. So no. Did the wall run into you?
The wall.
No, you still cheesy. You still cheesy.
Hey, no. Back away. Back away from the camera, but don't back away too much. You might run into a wall, brother. You might run into the wall.
Or I might hit you for getting too close to it.
Right, exactly.
The wall like in space. The wall don't like people violating its space.
Hey. Oh, man. Hey, so this, like I said,
wall.
Yep. Tough losses of both teams, man. Michigan, I think y'all playing Indiana coming up next.
Yeah, they got Indiana.
That's a loss.
I don't know. We might be able to beat them.
No.
We not y'all.
Y'all not beating Indiana.
We might.
No, you won't.
We not y'all.
Y'all not beating them.
We might.
Y'all not beating.
What's up, Donovan Edwards?
We not Michigan. We not Michigan State, man. God.
Y'all not. Listen. Can I say? Yeah. Can I say this? Can I go on a Penn State rant right quick, man?
You mean State Penn?
Yeah.
Man, look, man, Michigan State can't talk, bro. Michigan State, man. Breathe. Come on, man. How many felons have come out of Michigan State in the last 5 years, man?
Oh yeah, they was their ass last time they played us. And it was
I ain't talking about players. We talk about weirdos.
Hey, y'all got some weirdos over there too, but we ain't.
Bro, come on, man. Bro, we ain't got nobody in Michigan to compare to Larry Nassar.
Y'all got some weirdos too, but we ain't gonna go there.
You can't forget about Mel Tucker too now. You can't forget about Mel Tucker.
No, wait. And Mel Tuck defense, man. Mel got set up. Man. Now, mind you, he was stupid. He deserved it because he was stupid. But Mel got set up, man.
I told him that. I said, bro, he got set up, man, because I was like, they didn't want to pay him that money. And that's what it all came down to, because they knew they paid him for that one season.
Yeah, but you gotta know what the gig is up,
It didn't work out.
Bro, I think Michigan State hired that woman. I think Michigan State hired that woman to do that to Mel, brother. I really do.
They probably did.
I do, man. And then, but that's on Mel as a brother, particularly as a brother, man. We got to be smarter than that, man. How many times do we see brothers get caught for cases like this?
Yeah.
And this woman is going around talking about she's a. And you're married on top of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we got to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Man.
Okay, Beverly Hills Cop.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, those tough losses both teams. Like I said, Michigan, they need another win. They'll be bowl eligible. Michigan State, they still have an opportunity to be bowl eligible. They need 2 wins. Purdue. Oh, they're gonna be done, man. No, we being Purdue. We're being Purdue. Nope. We're being Purdue. Purdue only got 1 win, bro.
Hey, listen. The only bowl game we got is the one that's gonna be in Ford Field, whatever the hell that name of that shit is.
We're going to a bowl game.
Lanes?
It ain't Quicken Lanes no more. It's something else.
Oh wow!
They changed it again.
That's the Quaker Oats bowl game.
That's gonna be at the Burger King Bowl this year.
I think it's similar to that. I think it's similar to that.
Y'all gonna be at the Hot Now Bowl.
Listen, Michigan State just need 2 wins to be bowl eligible. Michigan State need just 2 wins to be bowl eligible. So they still have.
Where y'all got left on your schedule?
Where the 2 wins gonna be at?
Because we have we got 3 more games left. So we need
where the 2 wins gonna be at?
Purdue.
Shit.
That's 1.
Shit, y'all lost last time y'all had double-digit win season. Y'all lost.
Yeah.
After y'all
Purdue have a different team then.
Man,
okay, so that's 1. Who else y'all gonna beat?
Rutgers.
That's 1.
Rutgers.
No.
Rutgers. Rutgers. Nope. Rutgers is not that good, bro. Rutgers is not that good.
Hey, better than Michigan State.
Hey, neither are we. We ain't that good either.
And we can
ain't.
And we can beat Rutgers. We can beat Rutgers. Bro, we can beat
please.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Y'all look like y'all got 50 Tyson playing quarterback. Y'all ain't beating Rutgers, man.
Listen.
Listen. If we played Mumford and Cass Tech, we would lose against Cass Tech and Mumford, bro.
Man,
Real talk.
I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If y'all play Belleville, y'all gonna get right off the field.
Hey. Y'all just worry about.
Hey, listen. If we play to get Appalachian State, we lose against Appalachian State.
Hey, that's Michigan.
They actually decent this year.
They are.
Hey, all I know is that that Michigan, y'all better worry about Indiana.
Man, please, bro, y'all lose to Flint CC, man. Come on.
Listen.
And all the cheerleaders are crackheads. Now, come on.
Hey, listen. All I know is Michigan State, they got an opportunity to be a bowl eligible. But anyway,
they got the opportunity, will never come to fruition.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, listen. I was gonna give y'all props about y'all. You have an opportunity to beat that school in Columbus. Nah, since you want to talk that mess, y'all ain't got no chance to beat that school in Columbus.
Hey, we'll take it. Listen, this about to be a first for me because I ain't never done this on this channel. So I would salute a Wolverine today. I'm gonna salute a Wolverine today. I'm gonna give a Wolverine some props. Donovan Edwards. I've been clowning you all year. I met your ass today. You cool as hell. So I'm gonna give you the salute.
He is a nice young man. He is a nice young man.
Yeah, and your girlfriend fine as hell too. By the way, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah.
Be careful too, young fella.
Yeah,
I'm careful.
Hey, let me get like a minute. To go. A minute and a half. I need to go on the Penn State. I need to go on the Penn State rant right quick.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
See, Penn State.
Yes.
How is it, James Franklin? How is it he still have a job? First of all, Penn State. You had opportunities to beat that team beat that team that's down there in Columbus. That's under us. Okay. You have lost You have not beat that team in Columbus since 2016. So you mean to tell me all these games you had, especially against that team, and that coach, that overrated ass coach of James Franklin, you mean to tell me you haven't been to a Big Ten championship game? You haven't won a Big Ten title. You haven't even won the division title because it's always between either Michigan or that school of Columbus. And you supposed to be that team. And you supposed to be that team that people expect you to be part of the Big Ten contention, and you can't get it done. I mean, I'm sitting up here looking bits and pieces of that game, like Penn State. You had opportunities to win this game. You had opportunities to knock them, get that school of Columbus their second loss already. And that would be 2 Big Ten losses, and you had an opportunity to team for the Big Ten championship game against Oregon, because Oregon's going to be there. James Franklin, I don't know what it is. He don't know if he's, excuse my language, I don't know. He's sucking the athletic director's dick and sucking his balls. I don't know what he's doing. He still keep his goddamn job. I don't know what it is.
Hey, D, that ain't James Franklin. That's Keegan Michael Peel.
Whatever he's doing, I mean, my goodness, this man still have a fucking job at that school. I don't know. Is he related to Joe Paterno's family or something? I don't know what it is. Like, how he still have a job? That's beyond me. Listen. Penn State is the most them and that school of Columbus are the most overrated teams in college football. I don't care what anybody say. Penn State, if I was you need to go ahead and revamp that program because you're a disgrace to that fan base and you're a disgrace to that institution as far as football program. You already don't have a good basketball team. You already don't have you got a good volleyball team. Shout out to the volleyball ladies. You do have that. But other than that, Penn State football team, you might as well just throw y'all season away because y'all is done. Y'all not doing anything. Stop it. I had to go
to volleyball team come on.
You said what?
He said, "What time the volleyball team come on?"
You gotta check your local listings, man, on Big Ten Network, man.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. You got Big Ten Network, Nomas.
I hope so. Shit.
I just had to go on a little rant about Penn State. So
no, you're right, man. You're right. James Franklin is one of the bigger disappointments in the Big Ten, man. And for a guy to be able to have all those resources and not actually turn that into anything, I agree. Now, for me personally, I definitely stick to my gun saying Ryan Day may be the most overrated coach in the last 2 decades, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, you're right. James Franklin hasn't done anything with what he's been given, and he needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah. At least Ryan Day. Nah, I'll tell you this now.
I think
they lose to Michigan this year. They lose to Michigan this year. Oh, he done. He done.
If they lost to Penn State, he would have been done. But no. Ryan Day, oh yeah, bro. Look, Ryan Day got to win something this year, man. Ryan Day, I'm gonna tell you this, dog, and clip this too. And once again, I will mail you your steak if I have to. If Ryan Day does not make the college football playoff, man, Ryan Day is fired. Ryan Day is fired. Ryan Day has not done anything since he's been there.
I think they lose to Michigan. Because he lost the last
he loses to Michigan, he's done.
He lost the last 3 times against Michigan.
So look at this, bro. I feel you. I agree. I think it's worse in let's say down south than what we give it credit for, man. I think it's worse than what they are seriously because now it's turned into you haven't won the big games, etc. But now, Ryan, what have you won? What has Ryan won? And at this point, man, Ohio State is that brother, man. You're the 3rd highest paid coach in college football, and this has been this way, man. You're not
to lose to Michigan for 3 straight years.
Watch this, man. Watch this. Oregon joins the Big Ten, right? Now think about this. How many All right, so USC joined the Big Ten, right?
Yep.
Okay, who else joined the Big Ten?
Texas, did they? Or no?
Okay.
Texas,
UCLA, Oregon,
UCLA. Okay, now watch this. Watch this. All these teams come in, right? Barring Texas, get exposed. Here's the thing:
Texas not Big Ten, they SEC.
The SEC. I'm talking about. They didn't join. They didn't join the Big Ten. Everybody else joined the Big Ten, right? All these teams come in, play Big Ten football, get exposed, right? Oregon has come and stole what was meant to be Ohio State's this year. Everybody knew Ohio State was going to have the most loaded team in the Big Ten, which they still do. Oregon is just much better coached. You see what I'm saying? They still have the most. They still have the most top to bottom talent down south, and not at Oregon.
Right.
They come in. Not only are you not the best team in the Big Ten, now you may not win the Big Ten title, and now you may not make the playoff because you already have a loss.
They got to
now watch this. Now watch this. They got to run the table. They're not going to beat Oregon. They're not going to beat Oregon in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, they already lost to Oregon.
I know that. See what I'm saying? So either Oregon wins out, or they're not going to be able to. You get where I'm going with this? They don't have Ryan Day is not going. This year is a wash, man. Ryan Day does not have anything this year. You've already lost to Oregon. You still have games left on, and then we have the Big Ten championship game coming up, but maybe, and then you're not going to win that. So at this point, what is Ryan Day giving them? It doesn't matter if they beat Michigan or not. What has Ryan Day done? You're not even in position to get us to the playoffs.
We can maybe look. It's gonna matter. It's matter about that Michigan game because that's the game. That's the rivalry. And I'm telling you,
what I'm saying is they can win the rivalry, and if they do not win the Big Ten title and get to the playoff, Ryan Day is still going to get fired. Ryan Day hypothetically should not have a loss on his record already.
True.
Especially with all the people that came back.
Exactly.
All the people, Trayvon Henderson and Judas and all these guys that came in, it was a lot of hype for them.
I'm telling you this now. Okay, I'm looking at their schedule. Oh yeah, they got Purdue Saturday. They're gonna beat Purdue. They got Northwestern. They're gonna beat Northwestern. They got Indiana. That's gonna be a tough one because Indiana the way they keep playing. And then they got the big one.
Now, that Purdue game, are they there or are they at Purdue?
They home.
They're home.
Oh, they at home? Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay.
They at home.
If it would have been at Purdue, I would have been like,
Purdue.
That might be a trap game. I'm with Breed on that one. That might be a trap because that's happened to them once before. When
they were good. And they went to Purdue. They got their ass whooped.
Got toe up, beat bad.
They at Northwestern. They at home. They at Northwestern. They at home against Indiana. At home to Michigan. So the next 3 out of 4 games they at home. So you really I mean, like I said, this is my personal opinion. Even though I'd rather see them, whatever, get destroyed, get the box, tear that team up, which they probably not. I'm telling you, my personal opinion, that school of Columbus lose to Michigan for the 4th straight year, Ryan Days might not even see a Big Ten championship. He
may as well not even go home, bro. He may as well tell his wife, "Babe, we moving to an undisclosed location somewhere."
Right.
So we'll mail you a letter of resignation to Ohio State. We're not going to even appear on the campus because his life might be in danger. And look, I agree with DC. I agree with you, bro. But what I'm saying is, I think Ryan Day on the hot seat. Even with that, Ryan Day has to get a Big Ten title and get to the playoff, man. Ryan Day has not produced anything. I think the Michigan law, if he loses to Michigan, will just be a cherry on top. I think his seat is as hot as anybody's in college football, regardless, man. If Ryan Day does not produce a Big Ten title and a trip to the playoff, bro, Ryan Day is gone. That's what I think is a little bit tighter than that even. I think he can beat Michigan, and if he still loses again, when he doesn't win the Big Ten title, get to that playoff, because you're not going to get to the playoff with 2 losses. It's not happening. If he doesn't get to that playoff, bro, or even if the committee doesn't vote him in.
Now, they could, because the simple fact, now you got this 12-team, this playoff format now, they can probably still getting in as a 2-loss team. Now, it's going to come down to strength.
They can, but that's my point right there. If they lose, bro, they look at their strength of schedule, man. There's teams that have a better resume.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have 1-loss teams that come in and have a better resume than the team down south does.
Yeah.
Ryan Day is in danger, man.
Yeah. Well, I say this. I think Michigan, and I'm being honest with you, and I told Big A this yesterday. I said Michigan could play the way they play, and they don't turn the ball over. I said they could beat them. I believe they could beat them. I believe they could beat them. I believe they could get in because they that school, Columbus, they don't play good defense. Will Howard's not a good quarterback.
Not this year at all.
He's not a good quarterback. They just getting away with some wins. They getting away with some. Just like Penn State. Penn State is overrated. That's it. James Franklin, he shouldn't even have a job.
And then, bro, look, that's another thing with Ohio State, man. They really have not had a good quarterback since Stroud.
Yep.
And then, then you let Quinn Ewers go, and you shouldn't have done that. There should have been no type of complication of why Quinn Ewers wasn't going to start there. And then you let him go to Texas. Like, come on, man. Ryan Day's done nothing but botch after botch after botch.
Yeah, but let's see. I gotta ask y'all this. It's a fun fact. If it's NFL, so we're pretty much done with the college. Who would you rather in a race? Who would you rather? Who you think will win in a race? I'm gonna name out the players: Tyreek Hill, Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, I'm gonna say one former NFL player when that was in his prime: Chris Johnson or Dante Hall. Who will win? Those four.
Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson.
I would say Chris Johnson had Olympic speed, man.
Yeah.
Bree, who you think?
Tyreek Hill. No question.
Nomis.
I'm going with Johnson.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with Bree.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree with Bree because it's tough. Because all of them got that speed.
Chris Johnson had 4.2 speed, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think that's the only guy on the list who's at 4.2 speed is Chris Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wait, so let me ask you: are we talking about on a track or on the field, bro? Like breakaway speed on the field, game speed,
on the field.
That's a different ball game. So actually, I could see Tyreek Hill. I could see that a little bit because game speed, and we talk about just you line up 4 dudes on the track. That's a different ball game. Because I'm talking about off the field. Chris Johnson could have qualified for the Olympic team, man. Yeah. You know, because he was also a sprinter. Now we're talking about game speed. Just I don't know, man. Just it's a different ball game. So I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. It's times I've seen Tyreek Hill, and I'm like, bro, ain't no way you just shed it between 2 defenders and shifted up the field like in 2 seconds. Ain't no freaking way.
Now Jahmyr Gibbs is that speed. Jahmyr Gibbs.
I gotta see. Jahmyr gotta earn a little bit more, man. That's my guy. But those guys.
I'd rather put J-Mo in that conversation personally because I know watch bro.
Watch who?
I hate to say it, but I'd rather put J-Mo in that conversation over Gibbs personally.
No,
how fast he accelerates?
I put Calvin Ridley in that too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown too.
Man, if you beating cheetahs, and panthers, and races, oh, bro, you fat as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin, man,
I officially be rooting for you guys.
it don't
So we
make
got
no
Bears
sense.
Country in the chat, y'all. First of all, shout out to y'all, man.
Yes,
Hope
sir.
y'all doing well.
Hey. I know y'all was busted, disgusted, couldn't be trusted about that Hail Mary when it happened to y'all last week. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, and speaking of that, too, that they corner, the one that was taunting and that batted that ball and they put that Hail Mary.
Steven.
Yeah. Speaking of him, did you know in one of the practices, I guess one of the coaches said told him he was going to be starting, and he left.
Yeah, about to recap, we said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, he left practice because he found out he wasn't supposed to start this game they were supposed to play today against the Cardinals. He left practice because the coaches that told him that he was not going to be starting this week. Not only you fucked up, that you talking to the fans.
Wow.
And then you gave up that you tapped the ball to Noah Brown for that Hail Mary for that touchdown. And then you got upset because you and your coaches that said you wasn't starting.
These guys are too immature, man.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Speaking of which, not to jump off the subject, did I hear that Anthony Richardson really asked to come out the game because he was sleepy?
Yeah, he was tired. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, bro. Hold on.
Bro.
No,
Hold on. Wait. I know I'm not living. Man, hold on. Wait a second.
He better not do no more autograph signings down here no more, man, because I'm going to get his head.
Bro, I grew up watching Michael Vick. I grew up a little bit. I saw some McNabb at times. I even seen a very tapes of freaking Randall Cunningham. I've seen white quarterback. You telling me this young 20-something-year-old kid really went to the sideline on 3rd and fucking goal and said, I can't do it. I'm tired. You know what? I'm done, man. It's show over, dog. Show over.
You know what, man? You know what, though, man?
Hey, no, you know what that remind me of, man? I don't know if y'all remember this, but that kind of remind me of this boxer dude, and he came into the ring, and they started to fight, and that motherfucker ran right out that bitch and went right to the locker room.
You talking about when that big man fought F.A. Ajagba? I know what you're talking about. You talking about when he saw F.A. Ajagba win and walk right on out. Look, that's a different ball game because that was a guy. Look, so when you get as a fighter myself, man, when we get a journeyman or you know what we name the bum in there to be a showcase fight, man. The bum know he in there to get beat up, bro. He came in as big 6'6", cut diesel F.A. Ajagba was like, nah, bro. All right, the check I'm getting ain't worth what this dude about to do to me. I walked out. This right here is bro. Look, if I can speak to that real quick, man. And as much as I want to laugh, let me compose myself real quick, because as much as I want to laugh about what I just heard, this isn't funny, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. This young brother, it's hard enough, man. That we know this is as black men that are older than this young man. It's hard enough to get recognition at that position in the NFL as a black man as it is. Right. And then you go in doing foolish, idiotic things like that. It's the same way, man, with these guys in the NBA that don't want to play. And this pains me to say this, bro, but we don't see white players doing this.
No, we don't.
We don't. We don't see white players doing this. We don't see Asian players or Hispanic players, any of the Islander players like Suel, you know, the Samoans, anything. We don't see this happening. It's only these brothers are out here having these goofball type antics, man. Young fella, if you watch it, man, get it together, dog. you are one of the less than 1% of people blessed to be able to have this opportunity to not only set yourself up, but your family up for life. To be at the big stage. This is a privilege, man. It's not a right. It's not a right, dog. It's a privilege, brother. And then everything is galvanized by hard work, man. You talking about you too tired to? None of us on this panel can go to our job talk about we too tired to do our job, man. And we're not making millions of dollars.
Right. Right.
I have my own business. I can't say I'm too tired to open my own business. If I want to make some money, I got to get up and work just like anybody else, man. Young fella, it's not funny. It's not acceptable. And then look, when certain individuals want to make certain remarks, then we're going to be talking about it's racist. But we just clarified. We don't see any white players doing this.
Yeah. No, we don't. We don't.
And so, young fella, if you're listening, or whoever's that young man's mentor group or whatever, mentor this young brother, get him together to see if he needs a sports psychologist or something. Because you not only are you blowing the bag, you're this is a real big, this is a stain on your people right now, man. It really is.
Man,
Yep.
I'm too tired to.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dog.
To answer your question, I might make that game. I'm thinking about making that Bears game, so I'm working on it.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? I met him. I actually met Anthony Richardson probably March, April, because he was doing a signing down here. And man, as much as they was charging for his autographs and pictures, bro, I'm like, damn, I need to get my damn money back. Shoot. But like I said, I'm rooting for the kid, man. I hope he.
I am too.
I hope he goes to some kind of counseling or something, man, to get that straightened out. He needs to do something,
bro. That's a
you're
shame.
a top 5 pick in an NFL mentality. You can't do that. And then you would think the Colts would want to do something for him. But these teams are not going to feel sorry for you. They just going to go to the next person.
And Bree, you know what, bro? And they shouldn't feel sorry for him, man. Bro, look, man. We talk about this generation, dog. And as much as I hate to say it, this generation is so entitled, man. It really is, bro. This generation is so entitled, man. It goes back to nobody wants to play anymore. Nobody is staying healthy because guys are not conditioning. The diet is a part of it. I do agree. But the point is, man, guys do not get in shape like they used to, man.
No,
and it's mostly young brothers, man. It's mostly
like
young brothers.
Zion falling asleep in the game in street clothes and still like, bro, you too young. You're 19 years old.
That's crazy. And then all we do is make excuses for this and whatnot, man. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, who was trying to talk about, I believe it was either Kendrick Perkins or Paul Pierce that was talking about Zion being out of shape. And then you had Shanae Ogumake and Richard Jefferson's frisky behind making excuses for this, man. That's the problem with young brothers now. There's not enough masculine energy, man. And there's too many excuses made for these young brothers, man. We need to, this is what we talked earlier about, man. We as black men need to be more on top of our house, dog. And then being intentional about training up these young brothers, man. Because this goofball antic stuff, as I said, how many white players, or if we put up 2 hands, how many white players have we seen with these kind of ridiculous antics over the last 10, 15 years? You got Johnny Manziel. Who else is an idiot? Give me more than that.
Antonio Brown.
We talk about non-black players with this kind of stupidity. How many?
Ryan Leaf.
But that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So in 25 years, I got Johnny Manziel, Ryan Leaf. Who else?
What's Romanowski? Because he did some crazy stuff.
Bill. Yep. Bill grew up. Bill, so 3. But that's what we talk about 25 years. We talk about when we was kids, bro.
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying.
Hey fellas,
go ahead, bro.
I'm just let y'all know y'all could go ahead, hold it down, man. I'll be watching y'all, man. So, I got to jet on out of here, man. So, y'all go ahead.
Same in the few.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, dog.
All right, appreciate you, dog.
All right, I'll catch y'all later. Get playing. All right.
All right.
Go green, go white.
Go blue.
All day, all night.
No miss, no more Modelo, okay?
I haven't drunk. Shut up. Just get off.
But yeah, bro. Like this is what I'm saying, man. This is my concern, man, because we're seeing this happen with too many young brothers. And look at Joel Embiid. I don't care if you're not a Black American or you're a brother, man. Don't want to play. There's nothing medically wrong with you. You just don't want to play.
And now he
You just don't want to play.
And now he just hit somebody in the media. Yes.
In his defense, though. So I'd be not a hypocrite, but in his defense, apparently, man, he made a comment about his deceased brother.
Yeah, you can't.
And
do
that's not acceptable. You can't do that. And if that's what he did, and he checked him, I'm actually on Embiid's side for that, because the media goes way too far and feels that they don't have any boundaries. The media feels like the media has a God complex. The media is too rampant. So when you made that slide comment, and this is the thing, man. And I've said this many times, and this is my personal creed as a man. There's too many punk betas out here that shoot their mouth off in today's society, and then want to hide behind a platitude. And I say that they want to hide behind a platitude. You are a man. Listen to this, bro. You are a man that wants to disrespect a man and think there should not be physical consequences, and then want to go and hide behind another man.
Absolutely.
That's the problem. 100%. That's the problem. No, look, I was watching this political panel, and they had this idiot Cenk Uygur talking about, just all kinds of politics and stuff like that. And he's talking to this one cat who's a veteran, and Cenk Uygur is coming at him all sideways and crazy and all kinds of disrespect. And whatever side of the fence you are politically, man, I never disrespect veterans, bro, about their service. Absolutely. Ever, bro. Because at the end of the day, they've been there, man. This dude coming at him all crazy about the service and all that. And the dude who's a vet, he said, you know what, man, I'm going to tell you this. Back in my great-grandfather's time, you and I would go to the field, and we would have a duel. And only the real man would be left standing there. And then dude would go, see, I told you, their side is violent, etc. And I'm like, you know what, yes, he's violent. Because I'm going to be real, as a man who's lived all over the world, bro, majority of the world, the disrespect is normal in American culture, bro, gets people killed.
Oh, yeah.
We got it good over here, bro. Majority of the world, you can't be a man and disrespect another man and hide behind something. The cops, your title, being a part of the media, or I'm just a sports pundit. You can't do that. Really, only in the West.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
they pick up guns,
and that's another part of this. That's another thing that's soft now, man. But brother, I'm not gonna get into that. But you're right, Bree. It's just a shame to see what men have become in today's era, and especially young men, man. If Anthony Richardson did that, young fella, that's not good, man. That's not good. That's weak.
And I hate to say this, man, and I know, and I hate to say this, but. And I know this gonna sound messed up for me to say this, but this is what happens. But this is what happens when things are run in a single mother parent home.
You don't have a father involved. But that's not messed up at all, bro. You know what's messed up, Bree? It's messed up that we feel that it's messed up to say that because it's the truth.
You're right.
That's how indoctrinated. That's how conditioned we are, bro. That's how beta perception has become. That's how effeminate perception has become to where we don't want to speak like men because we're afraid it's going to offend somebody, man. If it's the truth, it's the truth.
Yeah.
That's why it's the truth, it's the truth, man. It comes down to a point where everybody, regardless if you're man or woman, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and claim to your responsibilities, and nobody wants to own up to that responsibility. If you can't handle the responsibility of being an adult and say, I F up, I gotta do better, then we all is just gonna keep going down the barrel to it's going to happen in every generation. Nobody takes responsibility.
But here's the problem, though.
Go ahead,
but here's the problem. That doesn't defy with women. That doesn't go for women. That goes for guys. Guys are known we mess up all the time and all that.
I understand that, but if we all adults, regardless if it's man and woman, you are still meant to be responsible, both men and women. And women
I
have
agree,
to
no.
learn too, just as much as men.
I agree. But watch this, though, man. Let me say this. The backbone of any real society is its men. Anywhere, brother. And so, when you, bro, look at this, man. I don't know what anybody's spiritual belief system is, man, but I'm a man of the scriptures, man. What we see here in America is, go read Isaiah chapter 3. That's America right now. And when we have our next show, this is just an open challenge. If y'all get some time, bro, between work or whatever, just go read Isaiah chapter 3. And then read Romans 1. And what you're going to find, just those. That's it. One has 26 verses, the other one has 32. I'm going to tell you two things that both have in common. Okay? Both are illustrating super ancient history and ancient history. The fall of Israel, roughly almost 5,000 years ago. The fall of Rome, roughly 2,000 years ago. And if you find out, each different society's deterioration is based on the same thing, no matter the culture. It's because they became hyper effeminized. You'll see this when the prophet Isaiah is illustrating it, and you'll see this in Romans when Paul is illustrating it. You see what I'm saying? And both are going to have the same situation, to where it takes almost to the mid to last part of each chapter to say anything having to do with the woman. What it's going to do is first illustrate the deterioration of strong men that lead to women becoming bold and brazen and whorish. Both, because that's what's happened now. You see, in other countries, bro, we don't see our women act. You don't see their women act like this because the men do not tolerate it.
Exactly.
So watch this. You go to Abu Dhabi, bro. I was in Abu Dhabi, man. You have, first of all, if they see a woman dressed scantily clad, she will be arrested. Can't do that. If you are a man and have weak moral compass, and they find out, especially if you are any kind of esteemed man, that you partake in prostitutes or you partake in whorish women, that's haram to them. You see what I'm saying? The men of esteem, the men of power, have no interest in a thought.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It starts with the men. The women don't do it because the men do not allow it. Real talk, dog. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna give you another prime example. They just had Crown Jewel and wrestling in Saudi Arabia. They had all their women wrestlers dress up. They ain't have them showing no leg, nothing.
Yep. And but watch this, dog. Watch this, man. Yep. I'm talking to my boy Q. My boy Q is a Muslim, man. And I've been talking to him about faith, etc. He's been coming more so around to Yeshua, but what I've always said is this: I will never ever turn my back on the scriptures because that's the history of our people. We're not going to get into it. But one thing I will say about Islam, you'll always see structure, strict structure, and whereas I don't agree at all with their spiritual philosophy, I do respect their structure and order. Right. And my boy Q was like this, man. My boy Q. So I'm at the gym, man. My boy Zahir is at the gym. Zahir is Jordanian. He's from Jordan. You see what I'm saying? He's talking about his wife is also Jordanian, right? His parents, this is a grown man, would not allow him to marry an American woman. But the structure there is so thick. Here, we'll think about this, man. Here, we'll say, well, he's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. But they don't do that over there. It's not about just you. It's about the family. Whether you a man or a woman, you are not allowed to besmirch or embarrass the family. And if you do, they will wash their hands of you. Here, we think we have a moral high horse, bro, because we don't do certain things, man. The certain things we don't do is reflective of not having an actual culture, no standards. You can just do what you want, and it's still, man. If they find out you a deadbeat dad, you got a baby, and have not married a woman where he's from, that man can be executed. And they find out you sit up there coming back to your father with a baby in your belly, talking about either A, abortion, or B, you don't know who the father is, man. And we'll think that, oh, bro, what they're doing, that's brutal. Oh, they can't do that. Well, brother, let me say this. Who are we as a nation to talk about anybody's morals? We got abortion clinics, lines around the corner, single-parent households, young women growing up. A lot of these, bro, I sit up there and see a lot of these young women now. A lot of these young women are gay. A lot of these young men are gay.
Yep.
And because why? No emphasis. There's no real male leadership. And it's got to the point where it's taboo to talk about male leadership, bro. That is how a society crumbles. And you go over there where they at, they don't have that, bro. So who are we to talk down on them about human rights or morals? Over here, we kill children. Over here, our women are uncovered. Over here, our men are effeminate. You don't see any of that over there. Then we have to tell a lie. I tell another lie to mask the fact that we become weak over here and say, well, there's nothing wrong with those things. And then here's the issue. I don't have any problem with the world saying that because my master, Yeshua HaMashiach, tells me the world will say that. But most of these people you find regurgitating that foolishness are in the church.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right. That's
straight hypocrites in the church that stand for nothing. Yep. And that's why the women do that. But you go to these, bro, particularly black churches, bro, you know what we talking about, dog. You said the scripture tells you very, very plain and clear about order of the church, man. You go into black church, bro. I told some of my colleagues about this. You'll see anomalies that you will never find in any other church but the black church, man. I asked some of my friends one time, I'm like, hey, so watch this, fellas. Have y'all ever been to a church, man, that has a mother's board?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Watch this, bro. You won't find that in the white church. You won't find that in you won't find that in a Hispanic church. You won't find it in the Asian church. You won't find that is something strictly preserved for the black church because we worship the woman.
That's right. That's right. You're right. You're right. They allow everybody over here.
Oh yeah. We worship the woman. The mother's board telling the pastor what to do. The mother's board talking crazy to the deacons. The mother's board thinks she can usurp authority over the bishop. The Bible says that it's not so. And that's something you only see in the black church.
And I hate to say this though, but some of these preachers is sleeping around with these women up in the church.
Oh, we are. Watch this, bro. We had one breed when we was over here. Are you familiar with the Grand Rapids area, bro?
Yeah, very.
Okay, so dog, you know where the southeast side, Grand Rapids is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm not gonna name the name of the place where our church, my old church used to be, but over there's this place where had all kinds of multiple churches in there, man. One of these dudes came in, man. The pastor, like 5'3", he cheating on his wife with one of the married women in the choir, and then the woman's husband came up, had the boomstick, bro, was ready to get down.
Oh,
he sit up there, bro. Bro was ready to get down. The little hobbit, man, bro. We walking in the church service, bro. We see the pastor running out. He ducking behind bushes and stuff like that. He rolled to his car. He popped the trunk of his car, grabbed his stuff out the car. God, real talk, I swear. You know I will not make nothing up, man. And this was a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 100% correct. This was a pastor.
Yeah, and anybody, and I'm gonna say this too. If anybody, it's an older movie in the 70s, and you probably know what I'm getting at this. It's the movie with Richard Pryor called "Which Way Is Up." The same scenario in there. He played a lot of these characters, and one of the characters he played a preacher, and he got all these women pregnant in this movie.
We had to happen. We had several, but we had one dog where, look, man, the pastor get caught. Apparently, so you know where Food Town is, bro? Okay, so much. So he get caught over at Food Town, dog. The cops corner him. He get out the car. This was when I was a young dude, man. He get out the car, man. The cops corner him when he get to the New China right there on the corner of Madison, bro. They get him. They get his Bible. Man, look, bro. He's sitting there screaming, "Y'all gonna stop?" Yeah, bro. He gonna stop. He's screaming, "Y'all gonna stop doing this to God's people? Y'all gonna stop doing this to God's people, bro?" Look, they open up the Bible hollow full of dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bible hollow full of dope. But look, it starts in the church. It starts in the church, man. We're not breeding any strong men anymore, man. It's become taboo. As a man I was a teacher as well for almost 10 years, bro. I saw it in the classrooms, man. When we were encouraging young men to be confident, to be strong, the young men were essentially getting neutered in how they could present themselves and how they could say things, man. I once brought this up to one of my old principals in the school board. I'm like, I noticed that when these young brothers are giving an account of themselves, they speak well, they're strong, they're solid. You demonize this and you call it toxic masculinity. You're talking to these kids. But when the young girls try to do the same things that the boys are doing, you sit up there and tell them that they are strong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
And where does that start? Because weak men in power allow that. Because a lot of them haven't had all the tickets.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We just allowed that to happen all these years, and then they haven't done anything about it because we're afraid of the outcome, and we're afraid that people are going to get mad at us and stuff. Like it's like it has to be said. We caught them too much.
I'm saying this, man. I run my house to the iron fist, but ask my wife how she's treated.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And people don't have to agree with me, brother, but this is my creed as a man, brother. I'm looking at this. The Bible says for the man is the head of the woman. That means I'm responsible for my wife. That's not about treating her like she is nothing, etc. But I am the authority in this house, and God is my authority. And the Lord is not going to hold my wife responsible if my house falls apart. That is on me. Now, how do we prove that in the scripture? Well, let me ask you this. Adam and Eve partook of the fruit, right?
Yep, that's right.
Right. So let me ask you though, when Yah came down, when the Father came down, what did he say? Adam, where art thou? Come forth. He didn't say Adam and Eve come by. He said, you're not equal. Give me Adam. Adam, you and I had a deal. Me, you and Eve didn't have anything. Adam, you and I had a deal. You were responsible for what happened in the garden, not Eve. Mm-hmm. And men in the church have become so weak. They talk about, well, we both together. No, bro. That right there, the way is shirking my responsibilities as a man. God gave me a title, then he gave me expectations. To whom much is given, much is required. My wife's responsibility is to not take care of me. My wife's responsibility is to respect me.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's how that works, man. And therefore, but it comes from a man that wants to lead. My wife is not my partner. She is my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I am responsible for my house and my wife. I am their covering. My wife's not my covering. God is my covering. I am my wife's covering. That's not about being domineering. It's not about being abusive. It's about responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When these dudes be saying, "Oh, that's my partner," a lot of when these dudes be saying that, man, I'm like, bro, I hear what you're trying to say, but to be very honest with you, man, like I had a group of young women at my ministry now that I was mentoring, and they're about early 20s, etc. Man, I'm like, ladies, with some of this independent stuff y'all talking about, y'all playing yourselves, because really, what you think is strong, y'all being duped into taking care of a whole man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you say that this is what you want, but when this becomes the reality, then you want to complain about this. But I'm like, I thought you said this was equality.
Yeah.
Because it was never meant to be like that in the first place.
Yep.
It's not order. It's not order. That's the confusion. It starts in the church, bro. The church does not. Now look, hey man, look, we have some very capable ladies, man. And, they have their role. What they're supposed to do. My wife is very intelligent. She assists me with my business, and she assists me with that. But brother, man, I'm the one who leads the household, and that's my responsibility. She's a help me, like she's supposed to. But I don't have to rely on her to lead me. Yep. I lead the house.
You just said the magic word, a help me. A lot of them don't want to be helpmates. They rather get help themselves.
But bro, because they've been bred to do that. But it's not like, bro.
You realize if you help the man, he's leading you to the right. If he's leading you to the right way, you're going to automatically be helping in turn.
No,
they haven't been taught that. That's the problem.
They haven't been taught.
You can't get taught that if you don't have a father in the family.
Exactly. Bro, and watch this. And then Bree, a lot of men, even if they're around, are raising their daughters to be their sons.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Real talk, bro.
Oh.
A lot of men raising their daughters to be their son, man.
Preach.
Come on, you don't need it. Well, let me say this, bro. As a father, and I'm a father of 2 children, son and a daughter.
Yeah.
Brother, I would never tell my son you don't need a wife, and tell my daughter you don't need a husband. That's ridiculous. Scripture says, "Be fruitful and multiply." A man leaveth his mother and father, cleaveth unto his wife. Go ahead and get. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is holy. It's sacred. It's covenant. That's a good thing. We demonize that now, bro.
Yeah.
They talking about they don't necessarily need to be. Why not? And then, bro, hold on. This is a big one, dog. Talking about, well, they too young to get married. Brother, my granny, listen to this, man. Before my grandmother passed away, my mom and my dad were together for 30 years before death did them part, man. My grandparents on both sides of my family were married for 40 plus years until they died. My grandmother got married. My grandmother was she was 17, about to turn 18 the next month, and my grandfather had just turned 18. He was a mechanic. They got married then. They were married for 48 years, 49 years. I can't remember off the top of my head. Almost 50 years. My granny told me, man, she's like, that's the biggest cop out I've ever heard come out of y'all young people's mouth. You too young to get married. What are you doing apart from each other that y'all can't do together?
Right.
But see,
right.
That doesn't make sense.
I feel like at the same time, though, that generation that you're talking about right there, because my parents have been married for like 40 years. They've been definitely together for well over 40 years, right? But I feel like it's their generation fault, too, at the same time. Why our generation is so big on, I'm too young to get married. It's because, when you raise your kids up, you raise them in this mindset of they got to get somebody that's supposed to be, like, meet all these perfect standards. And it can't be fat. You can't be looking like this. You can't have this. And it's like,
is that what you were taught, though, brother?
No, I wasn't taught that. But I'm saying I do see that a lot happening. I do see that a lot happening with that generation, though.
I would say that's the generation after our grandparents, man. Because my grandmother would be 80 plus years old if she was still living.
Yeah, same here.
So,
and my father would be 90. My father would be 90 if he was still alive. My dad. I was born. My dad was 55 years old, man. Bro, I feel where you're coming from, man. But to be honest with you, Noam, I agree with you and I disagree. I agree in the sense that I do believe there's a level of failure from passing things to generation, but I also agree there's a level of failure to listen.
Yeah.
I also agree there's a level of failure to listen because, bro, like this, dog, I made bad choices in my life that had nothing to do with my parents. I've seen my bros and family that made bad choices. And I don't say mistakes. I mean exactly what I said. Bad choices. I knew better, but still did the opposite. And I had to reap the consequences of those things. That wasn't because Moses and Gwendolyn Robinson did not teach me correctly. It's because Ed Robinson did what he wanted to do.
Yes, sir.
And I see that often. Just like you see a lot of, you talk about how we see our ladies acting like now, man. For instance, bro, I see a lot of young women, man, just out here. Friends that I grew up with, right, dog? Dad was solid. Dad was like a dad to us, man. Like a good friend of my father. All this, but one thing that I had the pleasure of seeing, there was a lot of strong black men around my hood, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real solid brothers, man.
Yeah.
She got 2 kids, no husband. Another one got, bro, look at this. I saw one. So I recently got a new position. And at my old job, I was a case manager there. I saw a young woman, and she was doing security, and she looked really familiar, bro. I was like, God is knowing this girl. Let's talk. I'm like, man, where do I know this girl from? And my boys, because a lot of my boys work there that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, where do I know her from? And then it dawned on me. I'm like, that's old girl I used to carpool when I was in elementary school with. Either my dad would drop us all, my dad would drop us all off, or her dad would drop us all off, right? Real solid, very spiritual family. Dad was an A1 solid dude. My father was an A1 solid dude, and we talk about strong men, men's men, no bullcrap men, right? Bro, she got 4 kids.
Damn.
By different dads.
Oh wow. Wow.
And then if you look, and then I saw some things she posted on social media one time, and it's talking about, and look, this was a good thing, talk about the closeness she had to her parents. So what does that tell you? She did what she wanted to do as an adult. And her parents were married until death did them part. In fact, I found out he was dead, and I'm like, oh man, let's see Mr. So-and-so. Obviously not gonna name any names, but it's a shame, man. That's a shame, man. Apparently he had died a few years ago, etc. But what does that say? She did what she wanted to do.
Right.
So, i.e., these young women, they get out here and they absorb this doctrine from the world, bro, and they bought into what the world has to offer them, and they do this, they make these decisions, man, and it becomes a mess. And in a large part of the way where I would agree with Noam, where you now have there's a generation of men that even if they're either the father's not around, or even if the father is around, the father himself is so effeminate. He raises his daughter to be a son. Like, you can go out and sow your oats like a man can. A man is not supposed to be sexually irresponsible, let alone a woman. Like, my mother said this to my sisters, man. She's like, you can't beat a man when it comes to having casual sex because you're the one that gets pregnant.
That's real talk.
And even if you talk about things like abortion, all this, your body is the one that has to undergo this foolishness.
Yep.
You can't beat a man when it comes to having casual sex. So why act like you can? And these young women are seeing low caliber dudes. A large part of it is, bro, our daughters get trained to believe that doing whatever they want to with what's between their legs is liberating. I had to talk to one of my nieces. I'm like, so you mean to tell me a loser with no job, no whip, no bread, no aspirations, no work ethic, getting a hold of what's supposed to be the most sacred thing God gave you, being your body, is liberating? Baby girl, he's the one that screwed you. You didn't screw him. You can tell by the way you anatomically made. You have no apparatus in which to screw a man. And if you are, he probably really ain't a man, if you know what I'm saying. He low-key want another man if you can do that to a man. So therefore, and it's like this was mind-blowing for her because I know she has not been given good information.
That's the power of J-Bone.
I'll tell you.
Well, y'all, I gotta say this has been one hell of a loaded conversation that I've enjoyed. We have definitely been on here for over 3 hours. Wow.
Oh wow.
We having a good conversation. As we know, DC1 is kicked out. First of all, let me say this. If y'all haven't had a chance to subscribe to D313XP and follow us on Facebook as well on our YouTube, please do so. Man, it don't take you but a second to look on your phone, your computer, just say, and then hit that bell right next to it. It would be duly appreciated, man. We really care about providing this content for y'all. As y'all see, we are very, very, very versatile.
Yes, sir.
It can hit you in any moment. You may learn something. You may learn that I get walls rampant to me sometimes. You may learn a lot from this brother that's down here below me. As you can see, this is why I love having him on the panel. You might learn from the guy who likes to throw bobbleheads at you all the time. And again, a wall might hit me, not me hitting the wall. But other than that,
backing away from the gym.
I want to get to final thoughts, man. Let's start off with Breed, man.
Well, yeah, man. So congratulations to the Lions and the Pistons for the victories and everything. And also, man, anybody that watched Crown Jewel, see what happened with WWE, the UFC event that happened over the weekend, the boxing event I went to yesterday.
Who'd you watch fight, bro?
It was a guy I follow, man, Cameron Pankey.
Oh, okay, Cam. Okay.
Yeah, I went to his fight. Then they had a main event fight, which man, it was something. Unfortunately, it ended in the first round because, man, this one guy hit with some power, and he beat this guy 3 straight rounds. 3 straight knockouts. I'm trying to remember the dude's name because I think it was Arabic, and he beat this black guy. Because I actually talked to the brother after the fight too, man. But he got a lot of credentials in Michigan, so I'm gonna pass his name around, man. But he was real cool. He accepted the fact that he was beating everything. So class act guy, man. Much respect.
Yeah.
Everything with that, I had a lot of stuff going on over the weekend, man. But definitely for the winners and losers are there. Like I said, Crown Jewel, UFC event up over the weekend. I said the Lions, the Pistons, and just fortunately, U of M, Michigan State, they didn't win, but hopefully they get some bounce back wins this week. But yeah, and like I said before, man, shout out to Donovan Edwards, man. I met him; he was a real cool guy. So, for sure, much respect to him, and yeah, man, just everybody that tuned in to the XP, man, thank y'all so much. My man Art, definitely, man. Shout out to you as well, man. So
shout out to y'all, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I just leave y'all with this, man. If y'all every day, just live every day like it's your last, man. That's all I can say. Just live every day like your last, because you never know what's gonna happen. And I guarantee you.
You're right, bro. Yeah, piggybacking off what Bree said. Just piggyback off what Bree said. Good wins for our hometown teams, man. Detroit, our Lions took care of business as we knew they would. Most complete team in the league. I understand Kansas City undefeated, but I do believe our Lions are the most complete team in the NFL right now. I think that goes without saying. Our Pistons, man, the young guys coming together. It's good to see the vets stepping up. So we got a good win on the road too, and that's what I liked about it, man. It's easy to, get a good home win, man. But we showed good execution, and we showed we could close out on the road. So that's a good thing, man. So there's definitely growth there, and to our Detroit sports fans, man, let's be patient with our Pistons, man. Let's give it some time, like Breed and Noam and DC was talking about. Let's give it some time. Let's not be fickle. Let's encourage these guys, man. We got a good group of guys. And they come to play hard, man, and they've been healthy as well. So, and give this coach and give this this regime a chance to right the ship. I have nothing to nitpick about that. So, solid showings to our sports teams, college teams. Tough weekend for you guys, but man, we will bounce back. Remember, you got to put this behind you. We got games coming up next week, so you got to get right back on the horse. Just because you lose one game does not mean you're gonna lose the next one. It's all about mentality. Coming ready to play. Practice hard this week, guys. I pray the good Lord keep all of you young men healthy and give you traveling grace as you go to where you need to go to, man. Listen to your coaches. Stay out of trouble. Make good choices, young brothers. And, man, we can get these wins next week and right the ship. And then in closing, man, I actually want to give a big shout out to this panel, bro. Bree, Nolan, DC, if you're still watching, bro, and I guarantee you will see you're probably still watching the video. But, man, you guys have been tremendously welcoming. Man, I really do appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Yes. And to anybody watching, these are quality, upstanding brothers, man. They've come and they've treated me like a member of their family, man. And that's just been real top to bottom, dog. And it's kind of been a seamless transition. There's been no level of awkwardness at all, man. Like, I've been knowing these brothers for decades, and I've been knowing them for months. And so I greatly appreciate y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. Accepting me in, to your family here, man. And you guys have treated me very, very well, man. To anybody watching, that's the quality of people that you are watching here on, the Detroit XP 313, man. Not only do they understand what they're talking about when it comes to sports, but these are quality, high character brothers, man. So please subscribe, because they definitely treated me like a brother.
Hey, that's because you are a brother.
Appreciate that, bro.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, this is about the SP of people from Detroit, the city. You know what I'm saying? Your brother out here that's doing your thing the same way when I saw it with Daryl, and the same thing I saw with Bree when I brought him to you. I said, anybody who actually want to be a part of this thing, you are a part of it, man. We just ask you to be who you are and do nothing that wouldn't embarrass yourself and the brand either. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I feel that.
All those boxes. And you check all those boxes. You bring in some wisdom. And same thing I seen you, I saw another. So, just that.
I appreciate you, man.
Honestly, man, this has been a great show. I didn't even know Daryl was live. Definitely we gotta get down that communication better, but yeah, man.
Hey, I didn't know either.
I'm happy that he went live though, man, because I didn't have enough energy. I've been burnt out, so I got my dumbbells in this weekend. I thought it was supposed to come Monday, but they came early. And I had to say this, Bree, I might have overdid it too soon because you told me I probably should get a couple 8-pounders, and I'm like, that sounds too light. I went in and bought 2 25-pounders. And boy, yeah, they're heavier than I thought they would be. I'm like,
you know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah,
you know what you're talking about, man.
If you're not listening, muscle, man.
Right, like, bro, if you're not 25 pounds is people they underestimate 25 pounds is real weight, man. That's brother. 20. If you're not a person who's lifting weights consistently, start out with 8 to 10, man. It don't matter how big of a guy you are either, dog. 8 to 10 pounds, man.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I had that Richard Pryor moment. Rock macho man. I rock around up like where I was at. I said, man, I look. I went down, grabbed that box. I said, "Whoa, okay,
That gonna work."
and no, bro. Hit me up in the socials, man, so we can try to get you together because I know you're trying to work on all your diet and health and stuff like that, man. So I do nutrition plans for my clients and whatnot. So hit me up in the socials, man. You want the book or?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I think I saw you comment on something, so I'm gonna reach out there.
Yeah, right. I did. That's when I said I told Bree Tobias is a kind man in the D313XP. Yeah, you just click on my link, bro. Send me a request, bro, and we can chop it up, man. I'll do whatever I can to help you.
For sure. Yeah, I do need some more guidance. Like I said, I'm doing the side stuff. You know, luckily for me though, I'm not one to go overboard, so I was able to kind of get a little balance today on what I was doing. I'm feeling just fine. I feel a little tightness, but I ain't go overboard, so I'm good. I'm
one day at a time, bro.
That's what says it's about health, man. Because one thing we got as men, we gotta focus on our health because we will go out here and
we really do, bro.
Wrong with us, and we'll keep going till there's something wrong with us. And that's kind of how I was
particularly us as black men, we really do.
Yeah, as black men, we got nothing.
And check yourself. And I'm gonna say this. Go to the hospital and check yourselves, man. Don't be afraid to go to the hospital. I know it's a lot of guys out there that's afraid to go to the hospital because you want to be macho, man. Just please go. You will save your life doing that.
Get that checkup, bro.
Because you never know. You might have cancer and don't even know.
Yep. Yeah. Eat healthy, but I got my little grocery list written out for me right now, and I ain't got no junk in it. I ain't bought no junk like that, so those are good things, you know. And,
let me ask you this, bro. Do you drink soft drinks?
You know what? I haven't had any pop and juice and like that in a minute. And if I had juice, I've ordered it down.
Okay. And I'll tell you this. Cut out any form of drinkable processed sugar, pop, things like that, juices that have high fructose corn syrup. I guarantee you lose 20 pounds in a month.
Oh, I believe. That's cool. Like I said, I've been mainly drinking just water, a lot of water lately, a lot of H2O. I've been
give it a month, and you're gonna see the results.
And I've been cutting low on a lot of sugar, and I've added a lot more greens into my diet. So I'm happy to say that I'm getting to that point where I'm able to feel comfortable eating stuff that tastes like plants and dirt. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm ready to be alive, though, man. I'm trying to be alive. So I'm starting to get used to that lifestyle. So
now I'm gonna ask. Now I got a question for Ark. I got a question
what's up, bro?
Because I've seen this, and I just want to know. I know you're big on nutrition and everything, so I want to ask this question. I've seen a lot of commercials and stuff that with fruits, they water it, and then they put like baking soda to like get rid of all the stuff and everything. Is that true? To do that, put baking soda, get rid of all like what do you call that? The pesticides or something like that.
Oh, talk about in terms of rinsing them off and that.
Yeah,
you can do that. Yeah, you can. So a lot of our fruits are covered in a form of paraffin, like wax. Like if you get an apple, you know what I'm saying, man? You feel like that shiny feel on it. That's wax that they put on it to preserve it. And so, like with my children, man, I always peel my fruit, I always peel my apples, things like that, because it's generally covered with that substance. And so, there are mixtures you can make to take that substance off of fruits and whatnot that have it on there, and pesticides, etc., like cleanser washes, like so grapes, things like that. You can do that.
Okay,
cool.
All right. Cool. Okay. That's something. He learns something new every day. That's why he's here.
I mean, I eat a lot of grapes and oranges and stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
I was seeing that. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. But
yeah, so you know, and it's like this. I know at some point I'm like this mentally, where I'm like, I know at some point I'm gonna have something like something sweet. Like my dad's birthday is next Friday.
Happy birthday, man! Yeah,
man. My dad will be. I think he'll be 67 or 60.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, bro.
For sure. Yeah. I know I'm gonna have some cake and stuff next week, but as long as the problem was I was overdoing shit, and now I know better. That hospital thing woke me up bad, man. Like I haven't drunk alcoholic beverages in quite a minute. I haven't done none of that. So, not that I was heavily doing it recently, this last year. Like ever since last football season, I've been cutting it down. So, you know, overall, so that was my spirits letting me know where I need to be. So I think that hospital thing, man, for me being in there, I look at that as somewhat of a blessing in disguise, because now I'm thinking different. That I should have been doing.
Man, and God is good, man, because that little situation that could have been a heart attack in a couple of years, or a stroke or something. You know what I'm saying, man? So that little episode is better than any of those things happening.
Yeah. And blessing in disguise right there. Now, and with that being said, man, again, follow us on D313XP, man. Shout out to YouTube channels, man, and follow the Facebook page. I am going to get back to cracking down, trying to bring some content. Your boy has been grinding though, man, with the job and everything else. Got a lot of going on, like I said, getting health right. So y'all just stay with us, man. We coming out. Still got that big video I'm working out about for the quarterback video that y'all gonna really like. And the one I'm gonna be trying to get people to understand about in that video. But that being said, it's your boy known as Jay. That's Bree at the top and across from me. It's my guy Archangel right here at the bottom. DC1 is the Traders Eagle fan that lead lads out here that don't want to talk about his Clippers.
Y'all wild, man. Y'all funny.
Eagles. How about that crazy jump today? Anyway, man, Saquon. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Get you a player on your team that act like Saquon, bro. You can't have a team without a dude like him. I've seen him since he was a Giant, coach's line and everything.
That brother's a vibe, man.
Man,
that boy's a vibe, man.
And with that being said, man, hey, much love. May God bless everybody. Peace and love. We out here, coach.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace out.
Please invest in the Cheez-Its and Modelo campaign. Real soon.
Cash up in the comment section.
Oh my God.